In college basketball, the tournament field is set. The Texas Longhorns are going to have to play their way in, though, as they will take action tomorrow night in a battle of 11 seeds with North Carolina State for the right to take on 6-seed BYU in the round of 64. Your top 4 seeds are Duke, Arizona, Michigan, and Florida. Texas Tech's a 5 seed. They're going to play Akron, and A&M landed a 10th seed. They're going to play the 7th seeded St. Mary's Gales. In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs closed out their 6-game homestand Saturday with a 115-102 win over the Charlotte Hornets. Wemby had 32, 12, and 8 with 4 blocks in the win. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Hey. Happy Monday. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm your old pal, AJ, right here to my left in his Go Spurs Go sweater.
It's not a sweater. I've had this conversation many times with my kids. It is a sweatshirt. It is not knitted from a yarn.
I guess it's the design on the front makes it look sweaterish.
Well, it is kind of puffy. It's kind of like a leather jacket.
Yeah, yeah.
My kids have always, like, a jacket and a sweater are not what I called a jacket and a sweater.
I mean, I know the difference between a sweater and a sweatshirt.
I know
a sweater
you
would like to have, like, you're talking about like a yarn knit.
It'd
yeah.
be knitted.
But I guess just the front of it makes it look like sweater-esque.
So what do you call, well, if it had pockets in the front and a hood on the back?
A hoodie.
A hoodie. It's not a jacket.
No, it's a hoodie.
Right.
Yeah.
You and I are of the same ilk.
A jacket requires a zipper in the front.
So I'm going to sound bougie for a second, but this is something funny that happened to me a long time ago. I was a young man, and I was traveling abroad. I was in London.
By the way, this is Mr. Robert Thompson.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
And I had walked into what looked like a British version of J.C. Penney's.
Okay.
In, say, 1984. And
J.C. Quiddy, they
it was
call it.
whatever it was. It was just a department store, nothing fancy. And I walked in, and I was looking to buy some underwear, as usual, whatever. I needed to buy some underwear and a T-shirt. And the guy walked up, and I said, I need to buy some underwear. And he looked at me sideways, and he goes, what are you looking for, pants and a vest?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, no, I'm looking for underwear. He goes, yes, pants and a vest. I was like, what? He goes, no, you come over here, pants and a vest. And that's what they called their underwear and T-shirts, was pants and a vest.
Pants and a vest.
You're looking for pants and a vest. I said, no, I'm looking for underwear. No, come right. I was like, no, dude, you don't understand the kind of stuff that goes underneath your pants. Chones, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know how else to describe. Like
Calzones.
And then I said boxers, and he was like, his head turned like I was speaking another language. Like, we're on a completely different level. He goes, yeah, pants and a vest.
Did you just show him at that point?
Well, yeah, I'm like, dude, no, underneath your pants,
Yeah.
the garment next to the,
Oh.
and he was like, yeah, pants and a vest. Like, no, underwear.
And you need,
He took me to the underwear.
and okay, well,
See, it's like,
culture, man.
I'm sorry, I don't know where I went there.
Well,
That's Monday, forgive me. I was looking at my brackets.
that's why we needed independence from those people.
We did. They don't know how to talk. They don't.
What are you talking
They don't
about? guy?
speak good.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Anyhow, how was your weekend?
Not too bad. A little, much more restful than my week was. I needed to recover a little bit.
How was your obstacle? If you're just getting ready to leave your house,
it's
for us
Wizard,
early drivers.
It's the Wizard of Oz outside.
Oh my
right
gosh, yeah, it's it is in fact the Wizard of Oz. Be prepared to dodge trash cans and limbs because it was a true obstacle course coming in this morning.
Yeah,
There's stuff everywhere.
Part of me thought that I was going to wake up on the yellow brick road over here.
There's tumbleweeds, too.
Just back here.
But the only problem is those monkeys; those were normal for me. But other than that, everything else was
Flying monkeys. Just another day on Eisenhower.
just another day. I'll tell you what. I've never seen this before. On Eisenhower Road, I don't know the cross, but those that drive Eisenhower from 35 in towards, say, Austin Highway, I've never seen a full-on 3-light light blown off the wire. It's laying in the middle of the street.
Oh, boy. Those things, when you see a stoplight in real life, like
they're
ground
huge.
level,
They're giant,
massive.
right?
Yeah.
Well, this one is huge on the ground.
Same thing with bowling pins.
Those things are heavier. You'd think I wish they were lighter.
I wouldn't say the same thing with bowling pins. Like,
No, they're just big.
I guess I just have a better perspective of how big a bowling pin is, but
They're huge. They're about this big.
they're not that big.
Yes, they are.
Bro,
Where are you bowling?
Yeah, where the hell are you going bowling at, Vic? I mean, they have.
They're about what?
They're about like that. Almost every bowling place has a pin sitting on the counter.
Somewhere.
It's like a.
They're always heavier than I thought.
They are
I will tell you
heavy,
that.
but they're not that. They're not that tall. Those street lights are like. They don't. The perspective of them doesn't
much bigger.
play the story.
And also, when you get out and look at what a highway stripe looks like, oh my God, those things are a lot longer than I thought they were.
Yeah, I've laid on several, so I'm fully aware of the.
Yeah, this is a long stripe.
Several, you say?
Just trying to get out of here. Trying to get out of this.
That's a whole other conversation. But
Yeah. Obviously, yesterday, Selection Sunday. We've made it. We've got a bracket here with, at least as of now, 68 teams listed on this bracket. And by this time, I guess, when do we got? We got
games tomorrow night.
3 weeks from now, we'll have we'll be sitting here on a championship Monday. How about that?
And this will reinforce a lot of things. One, we got to get our dome upgraded or something because we don't have a Final Four scheduled until we get the fix. You know, it was always nice knowing, hey, in 2 years they're going to be here, and we had them so recently. This is the best week of the year. For me, this is Christmas and Thanksgiving and New Year's. You name the holiday, all rolled into one. It starts tomorrow night, and then the charge for the next 3 weeks is just extraordinary.
Yeah, I feel the flu coming on Wednesday. I might miss.
Well, see, for us, the good news is we don't need the flu. We're done. We're home. We get to catch. We might miss about 7 or 8 minutes of a game. I mean,
that's true.
We are in prime condition for what will be. I mean, these are always great. I have no way to forecast what to see, what to expect. You know this for sure. We're going to see a 5-12 upset. That's become the norm. That's become the favorite upset line, I think, anymore. There'll be at least 1-2 seed go down this weekend, you feel like. There's things that you get used to. It's just trying to figure out where it is and how it'll happen and how it will affect, because I love early upsets, but I much prefer the juggernauts meeting at the end.
Yeah.
That to me, that's how I judge tournaments. A lot of us love the early upsets because it's cool, but no one wants a San Diego State, Florida Atlantic final. So
no,
we don't want to go chalk, but we wanted to go kind of close to chalk, you know?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I like the Thursday, Friday, go for it. Upsets, cool. But after that first weekend, I want the best teams to get through.
Mm-hmm.
So just to make sure you've got a great Final Four. We had a great Final Four last year, great championship game. Hopefully, all these teams that we've been talking about all year, the Arizonas, the Dukes, the Michigans, and in Florida and Houston, hopefully we get a smattering of those teams here in 3 weeks. But it's a great bracket. We'll go through some of the matchups. I haven't dug in I haven't filled out a bracket.
Oh, I have a process too. I'm not going to fill a bracket out. You're crazy.
I'm right now handicapping first round games, so I'm trying to make money first, and then we'll get to the who's going to win the games.
This is too emotional for me. I can't gamble on this. I know it's
cold-blooded.
I know this is the money making season for a lot of people, but I have too much. This is my worst gambling season.
Okay,
I'm not. Because wins
now
and covers,
you're gonna whoever wins is like whoever you've got winning. You're just gonna assume they're gonna.
Because wins and covers are two very different things.
Very different things.
So I'm not very good at that.
Okay, yeah, that is there's a big difference there, and typically, especially in these first round games, you see a lot of Michigan's gonna beat Howard by 50. That's just
that's when you go easy,
and then
easy.
Then you forget Michigan is also fully aware that they've got to play another game the day after tomorrow, and
exactly. So all that you were going to handle the cold gray light of day stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the emotional roller coaster guy.
Well, we'll talk a lot of bracket today. We've got NBA to talk. We've got World Baseball Classic. USA.
Did you watch
USA? Any? Not a lick.
Not a lick.
But guess what? We're in the championship.
So thank goodness.
We're in the championship, Bubba. We've made it. We made it all the way there. Italy, Italianos, beat it, beat it, hey, beat
I'll tell you
it.
what, talk about back from the dead.
That's right. And what do you got, Dominicans? Nothing. That's what you got, nothing. So here we go, the WBC championship game, and we await the winner, the champion of Italy and Venezuela. It could be a rematch with Italy. Could be a rematch. So, all
right.
You're not worried about that, huh?
I mean, I'm trying to get enthused about this thing.
I'll be honest,
I don't know if I'm going to carve any time out at all to see it.
Yeah, I was a little bit bummed that now there's no because Venezuela beat Japan. That means Japan is out. And in my mind, I was like, oh, it's going to be Shohei versus the U.S. in the end. And now I went the whole WBC. I didn't see Shohei play.
I didn't either. But then again, I didn't see anybody play. It's an unfortunate timing. And, I had this talk. We did this last week about how I love the idea, but this is just not the right time of year to do it. It's just not going to pull me in. I think baseball, I hope, realizes that. I don't think they're ever going to be able to move it because when, where, how. But now just is not the right time. Too much going on for your average sporting fan. They're not bringing in the extras like we see with World Cup and like the hockey.
Yeah.
I mean, that they brought in new types, extras. They're not even trying for me. I mean, it's just there's other things happening in this world.
The San Antonio Spurs stayed hot over the weekend. Shocker. They got back on the winning streak, I guess you should say. Got back on the winning side of things. Wemby, what a game on Saturday. So the Spurs looking like they've righted the ship once again. And guess who they go visit tonight?
Voldemort.
Mr. Kawhi out in L.A., a late one if you're going to stay up for it.
I'll be watching the bracketology, the 24 hours of bracketology.
I always have this issue when there's a West Coast game early in the week because I know if I stay up and watch the Spurs game, my sleep will be thrown off for the rest of the week.
You're gonna watch it.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, you put it on.
I'm going to put it on. So what I'm going to do is, if it kind of like the Nuggets game, at halftime, if it's comfortable, I'm just going to go to sleep.
See, and
then I'll wake up and go, what?
Because you're a dead silent dark sleeper.
I am.
See, I can put it on in my bedroom, and if it's boring, I can fall asleep.
Oh, I can't do that.
Yeah,
no,
I'll put it on, and if it. Well, I shouldn't say if it's boring, I could fall asleep. I can make that decision much later than you. You know what I mean? I'll get in bed, and by the end of the third, if I'm not seeing anything, I'm gone.
I'm like Nosferatu. I've got to get inside my tomb.
I know. I've been around. You have to have the darkness around you.
I mean, to get real. I mean, I can nap anywhere. I napped on the floor of our office.
I'm not disparaging you. I need activity. I need something going on around me, and you don't.
Yeah, to get my quality sleep, I just need people to shut up and get dark.
Well, how close in proximity are you to like a window? Did you feel like you were sleeping in a tornado last night like I did?
Yeah.
I mean, if it could screak, scratch, crack, crash, I heard it all constantly last night.
You know who's going to be sleeping all day? My German Shepherd.
Oh, yeah.
Because
the dogs were just, beside themselves.
Last night, about every 5 minutes you hear her go.
Yeah, all night. All night, yes.
Yeah, I don't think she got much rest last night.
All of us felt that way. Did you see the video? I guess it was around Lubbock, Amarillo, that thing blowing through up there.
Ooh, no.
Straight up haboob. Straight up, you couldn't see your arm's length in front of you because of the red dirt, the dust in it. Ugh.
I mean, over by your house last night, I ate dinner over there off of I-10, and we were in the restaurant looking out the window, and it was like the sky was like this weird orange color, and I was like, what is going on?
We got a little bit of Lubbock poop flying through us.
Yep. So
hey,
that's all right, Vic.
Anybody who's lived in Lubbock knows if you ever get a strong wind thunderstorm, the wind kicks in first and then it rains, it's going to rain powdered manure.
Yeah.
It's raining poop.
It has to.
It does. And then, the smell after a spring poop storm. Oh, lovely. Love Lubbock in the spring.
Gotta love Texas.
God bless Texas.
God bless Texas.
That's right.
Texas.
That's right. I'd be remiss if I didn't point out that. Oh, and this is going to shut up all the haters. The UTSA lady basketball team made the tournament. They're rewarded with a first-round matchup against UConn, which I'm sure is
Hey, man, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
No, if you want to be the woman.
Oh, I thought that applied universally.
No, you got to beat
I'm
the
proud
other
of the
one.
ladies. Well done.
Yes.
Conference title. Got some hardware coming around.
Yes.
Sweet. But that was thanks, committee.
Isn't UConn undefeated?
I don't think so.
No, but this is the first time they've been number one in about 4 or 5 years, and that Aussie Fudd is the next great, So, yeah, they're in for it.
She's what's her name?
Aussie Fudd.
Aussie Fudd?
AZZYFUDD. Aussie Fudd. She's a
What?
baller. Straight up baller.
Who's better, Ozzy or Audi?
Or
pound
Elmer?
for pound?
Elmer.
No.
What are we playing, basketball or a hot dog eating contest?
We're playing basketball.
I don't know. I'd put my money on Ozzy. I mean, on Miss Audie.
Audie Crooks.
Yeah, man, that's like defending a rhinoceros.
I don't know
say
what,
that.
That's my girl.
I don't know what seed they got, but I'll tell you what. When I fill out my ladies bracket, that's going to be the first team at the top of the list. Championship or bust, baby. All right. Like I said, we got a lot to get into. Of course, the NFL news cycle keeps on rolling. We'll talk about that. We got plenty to discuss. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have an accident at Babcock right as you approach Wurzbach, right lane blocked. A stall on I-10 westbound, connector to 410. That's off to the shoulder. Ongoing road work, 35 southbound, 37-281 over to St. Mary's through downtown with various lanes blocked along the way. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
The future won't wait. Neither should you. That's why American Public University offers affordable, flexible master's programs to keep you moving forward. American Public University, built for what's next. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
The tournament is here, and Total Wine & More is your slam dunk headquarters. Whether you're cheering courtside from your couch with crisp craft beers, smooth bourbons, or refreshing seltzers, we've got the perfect lineup to keep your watch party winning. And just like your bracket, we've got a lineup full of contenders. Whether you're picking favorites or going for bold upsets, our friendly guides will help you find amazing drinks for every matchup. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Thinking about testosterone? Synergenics and Low T Center offers insurance-covered TRT personalized to your labs, symptoms, and goals. This month, the men's T-test is free. $200 off women's hormone testing and major savings on weight loss treatments. Learn more at Synergenics.com.
America's #1 destination for lifted trucks, custom builds, and off-road ready vehicles is here. Lifted Trucks San Antonio is on the corner of I-35 and Judson. Shop over 1,000 lifted trucks online at liftedtrucks.com or visit one of our Texas locations today.
Guys, the tournament is back. You know what that means. The upsets, they're inevitable, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all of the action. You can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas, and it's so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats. Points, rebounds, steals, more. Who's going to carry their team during the tournament? You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. How crazy is that? Keep an eye on these Aggies. They run up and down the court. Expect to have them in some higher scoring games. This week on Underdog, you got to get down with the tournament. Download the app today. Use that promo code ALAMO. You'll get $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Drew Brees here. Whether you're on the field or on the road, having the right team on your side makes all the difference. I learned that the hard way. On the field, you don't go anywhere without a solid O-line. And when your car breaks down, you want that same kind of protection. That's why I trust CarShield. Their protection plans help you tackle expensive repairs so that you're not blindsided.
Visit carshield.com now and join the team that's helped millions of drivers save. Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at carshield.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
Nigel, why are you wearing a tuxedo?
That's not just a tux. It's a statement.
But your pants are 3 inches too short and your shirt has ruffles? Folks, there's nothing sophisticated about plumbing or AC problems. When repairs are needed, call Quarter Moon and we'll have a truck at your home or office fast and we'll fix the problem with fair pricing.
Joel, don't be jealous of my new look.
That looks like it's from the 70s and man, it sure is tight.
Nonsense, Joel.
Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC and Heating, 210-651-5899.
License number TACLA 141074EM16004.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
You're listening to The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hey, looks like we could have a matchup between UTSA and Audi Crooks.
Well, nice.
If UTSA can just beat UConn, unbeaten UConn, and I mean, UConn's only a 54.5-point favorite. So anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
Right, Rob?
So this is the winning is different than covering.
Anything can happen.
Well, you can get within 50.
Right.
So you're saying there's a chance.
So if they win that, if UTSA wins that, they would take on the winner of Iowa State Syracuse. And Iowa State's a 7.5-point favorite, so obviously they're going to win.
I think the committee kind of wants to see UConn Iowa State.
Oh,
I'm just guessing that.
They'll answer the question.
Time TV.
Audi versus Aussie.
That's what I'm saying. There's so many marketing aspects to this game.
We'll know.
That goes far beyond the Aussie. See, it's A-Z-Z-Y, but they go Aussie.
Oh, Aussie.
Aussie and Audi. Cornish game hen versus the fudge.
Yes. It's going to be a great one. Great one. All right, that's the last of the ladies basketball talk for today. I believe we'll see if.
What was the best game you saw this weekend? What was the? Let's go different. What was the team that surprised you the most? That impressed you? That you didn't expect to see over these
Arkansas.
Arkansas's game. That
was. Well, you know what? I should give. I mean, Arkansas and Vandy, because Vandy beating Florida was.
And that was
and it wasn't a close game.
And that's what scares me about that win. But it was an impressive win.
Yeah, I mean, what they did was wildly impressive. I mean, I think Purdue yesterday opened some eyes.
That was, for me, it was Purdue.
I mean, it's very.
Well, this is where they should have been at the beginning of the year. Remember, they went like 20-0.
Yeah,
They were
Michigan and Purdue were picked 1 and 1A in the Big Ten.
So that's what makes me a little bit more confident about Purdue than any other team I saw this weekend. Was they're actually back to where we thought they were going to be.
Yeah.
So it kind of proves some things right that we saw early in the season that they have fixed. I'm not saying they're better than Michigan. If they played them 3 more times, they could beat them. But that was the kind of win that proved to me that they were what we thought they were, and you better be afraid of them.
Yeah, they impressed me. I'm trying to think of who else jumped.
Well, St. John's looked fantastic. Well, I mean that was a hell of a win.
I'll give you a team that came up a little short, but still impressed the hell out of me is Virginia.
Yes. Dude, you know what? All the things that I love about Illinois are true about Virginia.
Yeah.
All the things I like about Illinois, the shot making, the 5 guys that can spread the floor, an agile point guard that can do a little bit of something, and enough athletics to kind of protect and defend in the open court. Virginia does all that and better. They're exactly the style of play that you'd expect considering the kind of players that they brought into Virginia. It's a very wide open European-flavored college basketball team that is so different. To see them in Virginia colors playing that style of game, it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah, in their last 15 games, they are 13-2. The only 2 losses came to Duke.
And they scared the crap out of Duke.
And they gave Duke a hell of a game in this last one. So Duke actually, if possible, Duke, I walked away from the ACC tournament less impressed with Duke. They could have easily lost to Florida State. It took them a while to pull away from Clemson, and then it could have easily lost to Virginia.
I look at this. I agree that maybe they're not as good, but, man, they're taking everybody's best punch.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, everybody they beat played as good as they could, and they still beat them.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It wasn't easy, but everyone, they just kept coming at you. Haven't filled a bracket out, but it's going to be hard to convince me that they're not playing on Monday night.
Yeah, and then I was it was a roller coaster for me with the University of Houston this weekend because they embarrassed Kansas. Kansas scored 47 points in a college basketball game. 47. That was it.
It was a confluence of several events that you think, I don't know how this team can put things back together in time to have any kind of successful run. They were dismantled. I mean, it was so bad.
The only teams that scored fewer points than Kansas against Houston this year, Jackson State scored 38 and Ryder scored 45. But the Kansas Jayhawks scored 47 in a 22-point loss to Houston. And I was like, oh, man, Houston's just a juggernaut. And then Houston played Arizona, and the final ended up being relatively close. But I think Houston led when it was like 7-5, and then that was it. And they were down by 15 for a good chunk of the game. Like Arizona just kind of had their way with them.
Well, the problem with Arizona, what scares me is they can't shoot. And
they don't shoot. That's
you're right, but they let Houston back in. 3s are better than 2s, and Houston found their range and just chipped away. It wasn't like Arizona completely stopped scoring, but it was 3-2, 3-2, 3-2, and suddenly they're back in it. And that's Arizona 1-5. My gosh, they're an NBA team.
Yeah,
I mean they're huge and strong, and they come at you. But if and when they lose, it's going to be because of that.
To their credit, Arizona in that game shot 6 of 13 from 3. 46% is nice. It's just they only made 6 threes.
Right. It's just they're so physically.
But they're going to live at the free throw line.
You're right.
Because
they
physicality.
Come at you. They have to make their free throws, and they're so tough that you're not going to ever run away from them. But you can trade 3s for 2s against them, and if they come against a hot shooting team or a team that has one dude that's on fire, look out. Although those 6 of the 13, one dude made about 4 of them, didn't he? I forget which guy he was for Arizona, but the blonde kid or the whatever. But anyway, they were the most physically dominant team that I saw this weekend. They're just And Koa Pete is not even their best player. He's like their third best player, but his physicality just kind of separated him in the championship game.
Yeah, and then Jaden Bradley's their best player. Or at least their best college player. He's the one who hit the game winner against Kansas the game before. Just a incredible, or not against Kansas, against Iowa State the game before. Incredible shot, and that was the most fun game of the weekend for me by far.
Back and forth, man. I don't know how many. There were so many good ones that did separate. It was a fitting Big 12 tournament game.
Yeah, that was the Big 12 put on a hell of a conference tournament despite their floor issues.
They stopped playing on a TV set.
Yeah, we got a good final and a great semifinal in that one. The SEC was the big surprise because, it's the best laid plans can be ruined by something like an Ole Miss who just runs roughshod through the tournament and knocks off a bunch of the favorites. And when there's no Alabama around and you end up with a Vanderbilt Arkansas Vanderbilt Arkansas final that probably no one had that exacta ticked off.
No, but both those teams played pretty well.
They did.
I wasn't upset with the outcome. I was just surprised by the mascots.
But for Vanderbilt to, first of all, beat Tennessee again, it's because remember they closed out the regular season with a win over Tennessee, beat them again, and then go in against Florida, who you could have made an argument was playing better than anybody coming into the conference tournaments, and they mollywopped Florida.
How much of the last 8 minutes did you watch?
None.
None. Me either. So
it was over.
I don't know if at some point they threw in the towel and didn't tell everybody they threw in the towel, because that was such a thorough destruction. What was the separation? Was it like 20 points?
They beat them by 17.
17 points.
That
reeks of calling off the dogs.
The last 10 minutes of the game, Florida outscored them 26-24. I mean, so Vanderbilt, it could have been worse. I mean, it was a destruction.
Inexplicable.
And if you shoot better than, I think they shot right at 50% from three. They just couldn't miss shots, and despite the massive rebounding edge for Florida, when there's not many shots to rebound, doesn't really matter. And Florida missed some free throws. Vandy made all their free throws, and then the turnovers. Florida had a bunch of turnovers, and they just could not overcome it. It was a wild.
I think this was a blip. I'm not going to apply too much to it because the separation was so great. I can't imagine a team getting up on Florida by 25 unless Florida was intentionally bad or unintentionally subbing weird, where you're calling off the dogs and say, well, we're not going to get this one tonight.
Well, and maybe Florida knew they were a one seed anyway.
I'm telling you, that separation, as much as I don't want to go all in on Purdue because, they're back to where we thought they were, I know who Florida is, and that's not Florida. And I don't know, was it inexplicable, like, they just ran into a super hot team, or about 6 minutes into the game, coach goes, you know what, we could give everything we got.
Yeah.
But is it worth it?
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll look at some of the first round matchups for these Texas teams. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your early morning commute, we do have an accident at Babcock right as you approach Wurzbach, right lane blocked. A stall on I-10 westbound, connector to 410. That's off to the shoulder. Ongoing road work, 35 southbound, 37-281 over to St. Mary's through downtown with various lanes blocked along the way. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
This report is sponsored by Text Now.
Other wireless carriers tell you when to pay. Text Now asks, what do you need? It's app-first phone service without commitments, credit checks, or carrier attitude. Built for people who stopped asking for permission. Download today.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary, must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling, presenting sponsor of the 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on Monday, March 30th. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DJ Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
I love my Connecticut water softener. Dave here, and yes, I own a Connecticut. Other water softeners just can't measure up. So if your old unit keeps breaking, leaking, or burning through salt, stop paying for frustration. A Connecticut doesn't run on electricity. It powers itself using your water flow and only cleans itself when needed, not on a timer. And Connecticut backs its efficiency claims with independent testing through the Water Quality Association. Connecticut protects your plumbing and appliances. It helps dishes and fixtures stay cleaner and leaves your skin and hair feeling better. And right now, with the purchase of a Connecticut, you receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. For clean, pure water 24/7, call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country, 210-656-PURE, and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
ConnecticutSA.com.
License number 38961.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $200-$300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SOUND to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SOUND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SOUND for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Trying to keep up with today's fast-changing digital landscape? With more ways to consume content than ever before, it is getting harder to reach your customers. You need more than just a presence. You need the experts at Conrex Digital. We craft websites that convert. We curate engaging content on social and block channels. We generate quality leads through Google and Meta. We dominate your competition on streaming TV. Bold marketing, real results. Conrex Digital makes it happen. Visit conrexdigital.com. That's conrexdigital.com.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Monday on The Blitz, prepare to be disappointed. Jason and Joe back in the saddle.
I suppose they'll be talking about some basketball. I'm sure Cowboys will come up. They might even bring up college tournament. Who knows? It's The Blitz. Get here early. Party starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2. on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL lives right here. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You like the way I move, Vic?
Yeah. Do it.
All right. Listen, guys. Texas well represented in this tournament.
Except for Texas.
What do you mean? They're in. They're on our sheet here, just at the very top. No big deal.
First game.
Boy, they're lucky. Then, man, they're lucky.
They are lucky.
I mean, they get the chance to prove people wrong.
They've lost 5 of their last 6. They've lost 3 in a row. They look like trash right
Who
now.
loses 3 in a row and falls into the tournament? Seriously.
Texas.
I mean, there's a lot of, and they're better than all the teams that didn't get in just by talent on the roster.
Let me say this.
I'm not saying that they don't. We're looking for the best, but there's a lot of teams with good records looking at this, going, man.
I will say there's a lot of teams that got. There's not a lot of teams that got left out that you can really feel sorry for. Like, of course, Bruce Pearl, whose son is coaching Auburn, was like, well, I thought it was a crime that Miami. Auburn played the toughest schedule in the country and got left out. Well, it's like, well, yeah, you played the toughest schedule and you went about 500.
You went 12-12. So
yeah, like if you play, they didn't go 12-12 in conference. They were well under 500 in conference
against those big time. Whatever, they went 500 against good. I do think you deserve some merit for being in the SEC. I do, and Bruce, you don't have to trumpet the horn. We know you're playing a tough conference schedule, and you scheduled others. It was the. For him specifically, it was the constant campaigning against Miami of Ohio. I mean, to single them like we're better. Well, yeah, man for man, you are, but that's not how you
Miami,
get in.
Ohio, they'd beat them.
Yeah, but that's not the point, and you know that, Coach. That's what annoyed me about all of that.
Yeah.
But when you see Texas and like North Carolina State playing on a Tuesday night to go play, part of me says, there's some give and take for being in a big conference. Some of it, you get a little bit of credit for stuff you might not have earned, and you get a little bit more money. But with that, there also needs to be maybe a bit higher standard to get in. Maybe just a little bit higher because you want to be graded on a higher standard. So let's grade you a little bit higher and some maybe a little bit more. I don't like seeing Texas, North Carolina State on Tuesday night. That night is, for me, if we're going to do this, reserve it for the teams that have no other shot but this.
Well, that's what these were the last. So
I know they're giving me massive justification. I agree with what they're saying. They are better as far as talent. I'm not going to dispute that. But we're still talking about the fringe, and if we're playing with the fringe, let's get some guys that maybe overachieved instead of underachieved.
So the way the first 4 works is the Dayton games. You've got the 2 16 versus 16 matchups are the 4 worst auto qualifiers. Right. And the 2 11 versus 11 seed games are the final 4 teams in.
So they'd have been in regardless. It's just the day they would have been playing.
Yeah. So basically, they're like, okay, we're going to let you in the tournament, but you got to fight now. And that's where Texas found themselves. They'll play NC State in the first round. They're 18-14. They played in the SEC. It's not like Texas is a bad team. They're a borderline tournament caliber team. The problem is, when I've seen Texas really struggle is when opponents play fast. And NC State is capable of playing fast. I don't think Texas wins this first game.
I don't think
the way they look wrong. They don't look like they're at their best form. They've got better players in NC State, but I don't know that it'll matter.
Well, I think Oklahoma's better than both those teams right now. If you're going on current trends,
Oklahoma's
I'd have
playing better for sure.
I'd have put OU in over both those teams. So. I'm glad I get to see a marquee matchup on Tuesday night. I'm not going to bitch about all of it. But for me, I'm still a purist in some form. And I do think that there's a couple teams like OU who, kind of blossomed late and beat Texas just last week.
But also, you got to count the full season.
Oh, I know. And again, I'm splitting hairs. I'm trying to find something to pick at because it does show that the tournament talent level has raised itself because of NIL and other things, that Texas is put in a position where they have to play on Tuesday night, where it's not an automatic shoe-in that they're playing Thursday as an 8 seed or whatever.
It's funny. I'd argue the opposite. I'd argue that the the floor has been lowered to the point that teams like Texas are getting in.
Well,
because
you can look at it. That's half full or empty. I agree.
Let's admit, Oklahoma. Like, I don't feel bad for Oklahoma because they're not a tournament caliber team anyway.
Well,
so the problem is, we've got too many teams in the tournament now. While everybody's begging for expansion.
Yes, because we're watching Texas play, and if Texas is in, why am I in? That's
right. But then, why not just go back to? Why is Texas in?
Well,
okay, let's not have them in.
Well, my idea is instead of us being forced, say some being forced, me not being forced, but to watch the second best team in the MAC versus the second best team in another one bid league that maybe just lost one game back in January that they're not in. I mean, for whatever reason, I haven't heard about them. They never got the publicity because they were playing in a little school, but they lost a game and just didn't get in. Those are the teams that truly give you the surprises in the old school tournament where you really just didn't know, that you didn't know who they played. They just lost one game in conference on a Tuesday night back in January, but given the opportunity could beat anybody, but slipped up, but we never see them on TV. That's what it used to be. That's why you like these kind of games. But now, we got Texas playing. Well, we saw them play all year long. There's no surprise as to how it's going to come out. It's just they're playing another team that we saw play all year long in North Carolina State.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll talk about the rest of the first round matchups for our local folk. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
4. All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th.
Yeah, it's officially sold out.
4. But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
That pallet of pavers collecting dust, the beginnings of a garden, those stray fence posts. Are you haunted by half-finished projects on your land? John Deere is here to say, not anymore. Our compact tractors allow you to swap implements easily, and they're backed by the nation's largest dealer network. You always had the right idea, and with the right tools, those projects can get finished for good. Nothing runs like a Deere. Learn more at johndeere.com/compact tractors.
Thinking about starting testosterone? Don't settle for one-size-fits-all dosing from your doctor or pay hundreds out of pocket at a TRT franchise. At Centergenics and Low T Center, they offer insurance-covered TRT customized to your body for effectiveness and safety. Their board-certified providers adjust your dose based on your labs and how you feel. This month, they are offering a free T-test for men, $200 off women's hormone testing, and major savings on GLP-1 weight loss treatments. Learn more at Synergenics.com.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a cybersecurity engineer at a publicly traded company.
We've been hacked! They're through our firewall!
How is that even possible?
They got my password.
Please don't tell me your password was password.
It's actually password 1.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
My name is Jessica. Years ago, I was diagnosed with a thyroid condition. I slept all the time, was fatigued, had no energy, and a bad attitude. Now I've lost 50 pounds and I'm still losing. My medications have been scaled back, my emotions are stable, and I have lots of energy. People at work say I'm happy, perky, and my husband says he's not walking on eggshells around me any longer. The Institute for Functional Health changed my life.
Call for your complimentary consultation, 210-468-1891. I'm Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from PrizePicks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download PrizePicks right now. And if you remember the code Alamo, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code Alamo, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on PrizePicks, because right now is the best time to play PrizePicks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what Prize Picks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love Prize Picks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. Prize Picks is fantastic because being right is good, being right more is better, but man, it feels so good to be right.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Quick, you know this band?
No.
You're not a fan of Yazoo?
No.
No? Allison Moyet?
No.
No? Just curious.
No. This is awful.
Oh, no, it's not awful. This is a seminal synth pop song. This is one of the first waves.
Oh, thank God for synth pop, right?
Hey.
Yeah.
I say that.
Yeah, this is brilliant. Oh, yeah. This really...
Get ready.
It's hard to understand. You gotta have some rhythm.
Yep.
This is part of the dance culture.
This really advanced music forward.
It did. Part of the British invasion. $1 billion in record sales later. They were really early on.
Yeah. The Beatles and the Stones and Zeppelin, they couldn't do enough. That
was before.
They needed Yazoo.
Well, they didn't. You can't say the British invasion. These
that
guys
was
like
the
rolled
British
over
invasion.
like after.
It was the second British invasion. It was, and arguably more records were sold during the second than the first.
Oh, stop!
They were. I mean, real estate always goes up.
Yeah, no one sold more records than the Beatles, though.
Not just, absolutely just the Beatles, but I'm talking about...
You're talking about Yazoo and who else?
Many other bands that kind of the 80s. This is before you were born, bro.
Depeche Mode, too.
Yeah, there was no Depeche Mode, but for Yaz, when they broke up, those guys turned into New Order, and Moyet went on her own direction. Yeah, they were...
Too early, right?
This was the dawn of MTV.
Stupid music.
See you. We mock what we don't understand.
All right. The other team that plays in the first four from Texas, Prairie View A&M.
Hey,
how
welcome
about them?
back
Come
to the party,
on,
baby. It's been a minute.
That's right. Go Panthers. They play the Lehigh Mountain Hawks. And while on paper, it looks like Lehigh is much better than Prairie View. But I will say this. Prairie View is very athletic, and they are playing really well at the right time of the year. And they are going. Prairie View will trap. They will press. They will throw some weird defenses. They're going to try to turn you over. In the SWAC, nobody shoots threes. Prairie View's not going to shoot threes, but they're going to try to turn you over, and they're going to try to mess things up. And also, the Lehigh has not played in over a week, and I usually like to fade the teams that clinch super early in the process. So I think Prairie View might win a game here and then they get the big prize of going to play Florida after that, which that's probably the end of that road. But
don't pretend I've seen neither team play all year.
But kudos to
I'll get back to you on that.
Kudos to Prairie View, who figured out how to play a little defense down the stretch. When we come back, the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies, they snuck in as well.
Fights.
And, boy, did they land in one of the weirdest first-round matchups you are going to see. They play St. Mary's, and it's a 7-10 matchup. We will talk about the A&M and St. Mary's stylistic differences on the other side. It is a Mellow Mushroom Monday. We'll also have a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom to give away today because we're good people. But we'll be talking a lot of hoops today, both NBA and the collegiate type. But, yeah, we'll preview that A&M game coming up on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're locked on The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by American Public University.
When orders change, the whole family moves. And when one person pursues a degree, the whole family supports them. American Public University makes it affordable and flexible so military families can make an impact and keep family first. Learn more at apu.apus.edu.
People. They're good. Good for laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good for squad goals and squad. People are good for you. Jim Beam, best enjoyed together.
Jim Beam, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, 2026 James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky.
When you see a Gravely mowing the grass, you're looking at over 100 years of ingenuity in action. You're seeing a rugged, durable machine professional lawn service companies have relied on for generations. Or maybe you see a homeowner who demands the best, cutting their own lawn like the pros, whether mowing or on a trailer between jobs. When you see a Gravely, you're seeing greatness at work. Take your lawn mowing up a notch with a Gravely. See the full line at your local dealer.
Hi, everybody. It's Joe Reinagel. You know, now is a great time of year to get your roof inspected and ready for our crazy spring weather. Be it hot, cold, rain, or hail. Who knows what Mother Nature has in store for us this year? Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994. You know, your roof protects your home and your family. A quality roof overhead means comfort, confidence, and certainly peace of mind. Now is the time to get your roof ready for spring. Call Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
John always listens to his truck. So when his brakes start talking, he goes to AutoZone, where a helpful AutoZoner gets him the right parts. If John has time to put them in, he borrows a kit with Loan-A-Tool. And if he doesn't, he gets a free shop referral. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Deposit required for Loan-A-Tool. Restrictions apply.
90 Proof Bar and Grill is the ultimate spot to catch a game and satisfy your cravings. Kitchen's open till midnight every day, serving up delicious bites to fuel your hunger. Plus daily drink specials. Make every night a winning night at 90 Proof Bar and Grill, corner of Highway 90 and Lucky Ranch.
How can you free your team from time-consuming office tasks? Amazon Business. Smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast so they can focus on strategy and growth. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Even if you've given up on your New Year's resolutions, one health habit that's easy to keep is Active Liver from New Nordic. Active Liver protects your liver so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Online at Amazon, in stores at CVS, Walgreens, and now GNC.
The tournament is back. You know there's going to be upsets. You know there's going to be buzzer beaters. And I can tell you, Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. On Underdog, you can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas. Love playing on Underdog because it's fun and it's easy. Because you pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get all your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use my promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit ncpgambling.org.
Flight by Yingling is the presenting sponsor of the 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on March 30th, and they're giving you the chance to win big. Register now to win a set of custom golf clubs valued at $2,800. Imagine hitting the course with custom clubs while enjoying a crisp Flight by Yingling, just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Head to yingling.com/golf to enter. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older to win. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Annie's first oil change wasn't as hard as she thought because she went to AutoZone, where a friendly AutoZoner helped her find the right oil and save on an oil filter. He explained the job and showed her free how-tos on AutoZone.com. When she was done, AutoZone recycled her old oil for free. No hassles, just help. Everything you need, nothing you don't.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Looks like a new trouble spot on 1604 westbound at I-10 Vance Jackson. That's a stall. It's off to the shoulder. Another disabled vehicle, I-10 westbound at Probant, right shoulder blocked in downtown, 35 southbound, 37 281 over to St. Mary's, Camden. That is some ongoing road work. Various lanes will be blocked along the way. Starting to slow down a little bit, 90 eastbound, 211 on over to 410. Now, if you guys see something we're not talking about, call us on the traffic tip line. We'll check it out, 210-785-2601. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In college basketball, the tournament field is set. The Texas Longhorns are going to have to play their way in, though, as they will take action tomorrow night in a battle of 11 seeds with North Carolina State for the right to take on 6-seed BYU in the round of 64. Your top 4 seeds are Duke, Arizona, Michigan, and Florida. Texas Tech's a 5 seed. They're going to play Akron. And A&M landed a 10th seed. They're going to play the 7th seeded St. Mary's Gales. In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs closed out their 6-game homestand Saturday with a 115-102 win over the Charlotte Hornets. Wemby had 32, 12, and 8 with 4 blocks in the win. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning, everybody. 7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. AJ and Rob on a Selection Monday. Sounds like somebody's got case of the Monday.
Ain't no case today, but this is Christmas, New Year's, birthday.
Yes.
Rolled into one.
Yes. The Texas A&M Fighting Aggies take on the St. Mary's Gales in a 7-10 matchup.
The Aggies got screwed.
This is, well.
Oh, man. There's one team in the world that A&M did not want to see, and it was St. Mary's.
The Aggies finished the season similarly to Texas. Not good. They won. They were 4-7 in their last 11 games. They stumbled to the finish line.
Just had enough Tier 1 wins early to squeak in.
Yeah. And Bucky McMillan, who, if you haven't seen A&M play this year, they go fast. And it's all rim and threes, and it is tempo. And you're going to turn it over sometimes, and they accept that, and they think that they're going to overwhelm you with pace. On the other end of the spectrum, you see St. Mary's, who is coached by Randy Bennett, and they go very slow, and they make you go very slow. There's a lot of teams that have been up-tempo, want to run. Gonzaga over the last 15 years we've seen a lot of those teams from Gonzaga who look to push pace, who wanted to go fast. And they run into this St. Mary's team, and now Gonzaga beats them a lot, but St. Mary's, when Gonzaga plays St. Mary's, they ain't scoring 95 points. It becomes a rock fight.
But here's the misconception. Everybody's going to look at pace. Everybody's going to look at how A&M wants to run and St. Mary's wants to use the clock. They go 30 seconds into their clock every time. They're a big team. They're young, but they're big. This isn't about pace because this is about offensive rebounding. This game will be predicated on rebounding. And while A&M's going to get a bunch of shots up, they are a terrible rebounding team. They're one of the worst in the country. I think they're below 100. They're in the 130s, I think, at rebounding percentage. Look at where St. Mary's is. The best time to make a three is off an offensive rebound. The threes fall in chaos, where you find your open dude and they hit the shot that have been waiting for it. A&M can't get an offensive rebound. They can't run their offense. No matter how fast they want to play, you're going to have to get some rebounds because at your best, you're only making half those shots. So that's what scared Pace. Pace is insignificant to me. It's the rebounding that's going to create the pace of play that St. Mary's beats them with. They're just going to dominate the boards, and A&M will get one attempt, and they might race down. They might walk down. They're not going to get the attempts. They're not going to get the second chance shots that they have to live on to beat them. St. Mary's owns the paint, and Pace will be dominated because St. Mary's is going to have an equal number of possessions because A&M is going to get one shot up most of the time. And it's just a terrible matchup. It's one of those fights are made by styles, and the committee knows exactly the weakest part of A&M's game. That's them telling you don't deserve to be here, so we're going to put you against the one team that we know does everything that you don't do well.
Well, I think this is the way the committee tries to give us a Cinderella. This is how they try to say, okay, come on, St. Mary's, because let's give you the right matchup.
Nobody knows it's going to be a bunch of young Australian dudes that don't look like anything other than big against an A&M team that's ready to just launch threes. And after about 4 or 5, now if A&M makes shots, if they're shooting 50%, anybody wins those games. But they just don't have the ability to get the rebounds required to beat a team like St. Mary's, because St. Mary's ain't going to turn it over. They'll run with you as far as you get them a defensive rebound where they can kick it out and go get a layup. I guarantee you they will. And it will happen more than you would expect because A&M's going to give up a bunch of long rebounds that lead to fast breaks or easy bucket points on the other side.
So offensive rebounding percentage, like you were saying, Rob, a huge stat. St. Mary's is 15th best in the country at offensive rebounding percentage. A&M is 284th at offensive rebounds allowed. And then on the other side, A&M is the 116th best offensive rebounding team, but St. Mary's is the 4th best at denying offensive rebounds.
It's just that part of the game is one of those almost insurmountable things. I can scheme around a lot of things, but I can only throw 4 guys at the boards. I can't send everybody every time, or I'm going to get lit up on the other side. So there's some things that you can scheme around. Others, you just got to hope for the best.
And it's a huge size disparity. And the one of the things about buckyball is generally he doesn't have a lot of big guys because big guys can't play this style of basketball for very long. So St. Mary's, who is one of the top 20 teams in size in the country, they're going to look like giants compared to Texas A&M.
They're going to have to shoot 45 to 50% from three. They're going to have to hit every free throw they have a chance to make, and then hope that you get some turnovers against a St. Mary's team that just doesn't run a daring offense. They run a very safe, we'll work it to our big dudes eventually with 40 seconds left on the clock, and you're either going to get 2 or you're going to foul them for a third.
If I tried to find a comp that A&M has seen, maybe one of the closer teams and now this team's probably a little bit better than St. Mary's, but Tennessee is not totally
equal size. Yeah.
It's not dissimilar. The style, they play slow, they're big, they're super good rebounding team, and Tennessee beat A&M, but it was close. It took 2 overtimes for them to do it. Now that was earlier in the year when Texas A&M was playing really good ball, and A&M down the stretch did not play really good ball. So I feel like it's a first round exit for A&M.
Yeah, it's going to be. They're going to have to play above their depth to beat them.
Just kind of, I think it was just kind of an unfortunate draw.
No, well, depending on how you look at it, it seems to me like it was the committee going, yeah, we're going to put you in, but you don't really deserve it here. Take some of this.
Now, the University of Houston, they got a more favorable draw. Of course, they're a 2 seed. Idaho is listen, this is a fun team. They are they're really good at their level. They are a very good rebounding team. The problem is they play at a different level than Houston, and Houston is the best rebounding team. You've got to keep Houston off the glass, and Houston they're just one of these teams that they destroy
The guards are going to dominate you. They rule the wasteland in between free throw lines. Those guards just dominate both sides there defensively and offensively. It'll be a pace game, but they're going to be overwhelmed. They're going to be fighting, they're ice cream on an ant mound. There's too many Houston Cougars coming at you.
24-point favorites are the Cougars. And Houston, for what it's worth, when they play against lower level competition, I mean, it's blowouts. They're beating everybody by, they beat Ryder earlier this season by 46 points.
Well, they're the kind of team, when you get ready to play them, you practice with 6 guys on the court.
Yeah.
Defensively, just to get used to how quick their defense gets to spots.
Yeah, just the low major teams just have not hung around with Houston, and that's not just this year. It's like in the Sampson era, low major teams going up against his guys. Like Kelvin is not the kind of guy who says, "Let's just take it easy." He says, "Play every game like it's the national championship game."
Because the ninth guy on the roster is breathing fire. I mean, those guys attack the practices like they're games, and when they finally get in, they're uncontrollable almost. So they destroy lesser teams.
And he pushes his guy for 40 minutes, even in these tournament settings where you think like, oh, they'll back off now. No, that ain't how Kelvin Sampson works. TCU makes the tournament as a 9 seed. The winner of TCU and Ohio State gets to play Duke. TCU is interesting to me because they have played better against good teams this year. And when they're like a play up to the competition type team. Mm-hmm. I could see them frustrating Ohio State. Ohio State, who gave Michigan hell. I kind of like the matchup here for TCU. I like their defense. I'm not in love with this team, and obviously, if they win, they're headed to play Duke, and that's probably you can probably guess how that's going to go.
Ohio State's a better team. It's going to take a monumental effort.
They've certainly got better players. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I think now Bruce Thornton shreds if TCU plays drop coverage. They're gonna have to switch ball screens.
Who's that kid that was on freaking fire for Ohio State?
Bruce Thornton. He's a stud. But yeah, there's the TCU.
They're not big enough.
I disagree. I think they've got some good physicality in the front court, and I'm not going to count them out. And TCU's playing great down the stretch.
Yeah, they're playing good. I think the Big Ten is just a crucible.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think they'll measure up. If TCU can hit the boards,
the Big 12,
active,
there's no slouches there.
No, I'm not mad at them, but I think that what Ohio State brings to the table, they're just so big up front that TCU's going to have to really attack and get the ball moving as soon as they get it in their hands. And if they can stay ahead of the pace, they've got a chance. But I really like the way Ohio State's been playing the last couple of weeks. They're better than I thought. They're not a great team, and whoever wins is going down to Duke probably pretty easily. But I think it's going to be tough for TCU.
Texas Tech, no JT Toppin, unfortunately. I'd be a lot more. First of all, I don't think they'd be a 5 seed. I think they'd be a much better seed than that. But they are a 5 seed. They're taking on the 12 seed Akron Zips, the winner of the MAC tournament.
Akron's good.
Akron has they are, and I've talked about Miami of Ohio playing in the MAC and how they're not as good as their record says they were. Akron has legitimate high major talent on their roster. Like
3rd year in a row in the tournament,
yeah,
something like that?
Akron got a bunch of players who are transferring down from big schools. Those types of teams are scary in the tournament. I don't know if they can beat Texas Tech.
Poor Tech. I don't know.
But you're going to see Tavari Johnson for Akron and Christian Anderson for Texas Tech, 2 of the best guards at their particular. Christian Anderson's a first-round draft pick.
But he's okay, right?
Yeah, he's good. But Tavari Johnson is, for the MAC, elite.
This is upset special.
I think it might be.
On paper, TCU, Tech should. They're just bigger, dominant, but the Zips know how to win basketball games, and they play their style. No matter who or how, they just continue to win. They got out-executed by Miami of Ohio. It wasn't about athleticism. They just got outcut and outshot. But this is a really good, experienced basketball team. You could tell in the tournament, those guys never got flustered. and just keep coming at you. They play a quick style. If you turn it over, it's going to be a layup. It's a tough matchup for Tech because I think they're probably more legitimately probably about a 9 seed by where they are, but they got a lot of credit for earlier conference wins.
You mean without Toppin?
Yeah, without Toppin. I think they're probably not a 5 seed, and they got the benefit of a lot of Tier 1 wins and close losses with him. That the committee will be the first one to tell you that the season matters more than the tournament for the most part. And you look back at the season, what Tech did, and you have to take into account that Toppin was responsible for a lot of that, and they gave him probably a higher seeding than they deserve is what I'm getting at.
The one other team from Texas that is in the tournament is SMU. They are a play-in team as well. They get Miami of Ohio in the first 4. And the Ponies they're another team likes to play fast.
Mm-hmm.
I said all along I was going to be looking to fade Miami of Ohio come tournament time. I'll be looking to fade Miami of Ohio.
This is a tough one for them.
They just listen. I'm not in love with this SMU team by any stretch, but Miami is not going to get second chances against this team. And like the only way that Miami hangs around is if they just bomb away from 3. Usually in a neutral court gym, I'm not going to count on some team to just go out of their mind shooting.
Where are they playing?
In Dayton.
In Dayton. At least they're going to have some home help.
Yeah, it will be a good home crowd there for Miami. I think it's less than 60 minutes, like 60 miles.
That's going to help because they're kind of a front-run team. But my goodness, if they turn the ball over at all, I mean, they can't afford more than about 4 turnovers in this game. Because every possession for them is going to matter.
But there's no path to interior points for Miami
unless it's backdoor cuts. You're going to have to go Princeton on them, and if you can spread them and cut them, good luck. But I don't think SMU is susceptible to that.
But I think that when Miami of Ohio misses, I think you're going to get a lot of runouts, and I think SMU probably wins this game by double digits.
It should be an onslaught. I mean, I think Miami's good enough to shoot their way to keep it respectable. But if SMU just plays their game, they should be able to outrun them.
The other thing about this matchup
although I want Miami to win this game, just one, just for a little bit of a middle finger to the rest of the country. Like, hey, all this other stuff. You're looking at this Bruce Pearl. You're looking at this for the little guy.
SMU is 42nd in KenPom. This will be only the second time this season that Miami of Ohio has played a top 100 KenPom team. So,
again, there is some unknown to it. We don't know, but the expectation is you're a really good rec team. You know what I mean? So. You're solid. You're a good 2A team.
Yeah. I think that SMU just kind of SMU.
I'm rooting for Miami though. I'm going to cheer for every 3.
SMU stunk down the stretch. I will say that they lost their last 4 regular season games, and then after they beat Syracuse, which doesn't even count,
got their coach fired.
They lost to Louisville, and I mean Louisville's a mess right now. So it's not like SMU's playing their best ball, but I trust Andy Enfield. I think he'll have a good game plan, and really, quite frankly, I just trust the athleticism of their talent, which I think is just on a different level than what Miami of Ohio.
I'll say this: you shoot under 40%, and most teams you shoot under 40%, you're going to lose. But SMU's, you're going to get a lot of attempts, but that doesn't mean you get enough to where you can shoot under 40%. They're going to have to make a few, but there's just not enough there.
All right. Well, we'll check in on some more tournament stuff as we go through the show a little bit. I wanted to stop and take a look at the San Antonio Spurs, who were in action over the weekend. They'll be in action tonight in L.A. against the Clippers. Actually, I think Kawhi might not be playing. He got hurt this weekend. I don't know if he's I'm guessing usually when Kawhi gets hurt, he doesn't play the next game for certain.
It is the Spurs.
He'll miss at least a game, I would guess. But yeah, we'll check up the latest on that. It is Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, Dr. Jacob Torres is my doctor down there at the Institute for Functional Health. When I first met him, I weighed about 300 pounds, and, well, I didn't like the way I felt, nor did I like the way I looked. And I didn't think I could diet, never really tried too hard, and when I had, I'd failed. He convinced me to try a few things. Just take a step or two, he said, and we'll see how it goes for you. And before I knew it, I was in a full-fledged change of life, and I didn't mean to, but that's why Dr. Torres has been so successful. He takes what you think is going to be impossible and takes an easy-pleasy kind of steps, and before you know it, you're on a diet, and you didn't know that. That's why
I still go see Dr. Torres. He changed my life. I'm 75 pounds lighter than I was. I'm not on any kind of medications that most people my age are, and I give it all to him. So if you don't like the way you look, you don't like the way you feel, you don't want to take semaglutide, you don't want to take shots or pills from now on, you just want to learn how to live with food, call Dr. Torres today. He'll change your life. Here's the number. It's 210-468-1891. His website is IFF Health. Go there. It's a great resource. Listen, change your life. Call Dr. Torres in the IFF today. He's going to do wonderful things for you. And when he does, come on by. Thank me later.
4. All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th.
Yeah, it's officially sold out.
4. But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at H-E-B or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
If you've been thinking about buying a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Looking for an import? We have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. For your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit jessehernandezlaw.com. That's jessehernandezlaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Ready to feel better this spring? At Centergenics and Low T Center, get TRT customized to your body and covered by insurance. This month, the men's testosterone test is free, plus huge savings on hormone testing and peptides. Book now at Centergenics.com.
The tournament is here, and Total Wine & More is your slam dunk headquarters. Whether you're cheering courtside from your couch with crisp craft beers, smooth bourbons, or refreshing seltzers, we've got the perfect lineup to keep your watch party winning. And just like your bracket, we've got a lineup full of contenders. Whether you're picking favorites or going for bold upsets, our friendly guides will help you find amazing drinks for every matchup. With the lowest prices for over 30 years, you'll always find what you love and love what you find. Only at Total Wine & More.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
LifeLock, how can I help?
The IRS said I filed my return, but I haven't.
1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has paid the price of identity fraud.
What do I do? My refund, though. I'm freaking out.
Don't worry, I can fix this.
LifeLock fixes identity theft guaranteed and gets your money back with up to $3 million in coverage.
I'm so relieved.
No problem. I'll be with you every step of the way.
1 in 4 was a fraud-paying American. Not anymore. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime.
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. The San Antonio Spurs got back on the winning side of the ledger over the weekend with a 115-102 win over the Hornets. Game they got out in front in and kind of never
it was easy.
I worried a little in the third quarter. It looked like they let off the gas a little, but then good fourth quarter. They pulled away, and solid win over a Hornets team that had been quietly just as good as them over the last 10, 12 games. That was a solid win, and a lot of it was welcome back Victor Wembanyama, who 32 points, 12 boards, and I want to say either 8 or 9. He was almost a triple-double.
He had 8 and 4 blocks.
That's pretty good.
He was singularly spectacular, man.
So he was clearly healthy enough to play in this one. Good to see that it was a one-off, just a maybe even almost a let's be careful with this injury thing.
Well, speaking of, no Harper tonight.
Yep.
And no Cornette. Kawhi's game time, but I don't expect him to play either.
I wouldn't either.
But especially without Harper or Cornette in there. So we'll go as Wemby goes. I mean, my gosh, there was a play against Charlotte. It was in the second quarter. He catches the ball on the right side of the lane, turns going left, and is going to go dunk it on Miles Bridges, and then decides, you know what, I'm going to do it with my left hand about 3 feet further away than any human's ever dunked the ball before. And you could just see the look on Bridges' face like, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
I mean, literally, he turned and went the other direction and dunked it from 5 feet away from the rim. Like, there's nothing one human being can do.
Offensively, it was not my favorite type of Wemby game, the kind where he takes 10 threes, but he made 5 of them. And quite frankly, he was the only one who could shoot a three worth a lick that day. Champagny was off from 3. De'Aaron was off from 3. Carter Bryant tried some. It was just a bad day shooting.
Well, he was just singularly spectacular.
But yeah, Wemby was doing those things, and when he's on like that, man, it's hard to stop. A rough game. I say a rough game. I'm looking at the box score: 15 points and 10 assists for Steph Castle. But it felt like rough with the turnovers. 6 turnovers. That can't happen. That's a outrageous number.
A couple of unforced errors for sure.
Yeah, but. Defensively, though, they just did a great job all game. Brandon Miller they held him to nothing.
Yeah, he did nothing.
Konka Neifel, I mean, he was not an effective shooter, which is always the hope when you go against him and Bridges. You just don't let those guys shoot 50% from 3. Bridges was 4 of 8, but Kneifel was 3 of 10. You'll take that. Just a solid workman-like performance. And I know it doesn't feel exciting to beat up on the Hornets, but like I said, the Hornets they're playing better than their overall record says they are.
Young Ball's, I mean, he's a piece of work.
Yeah,
and he's a hard defender. I mean, you got to work to defend him, even though he plays such an awkward style that I think Steph got kind of lost in having a D up on him and then tried to turn around and run some offense when De'Aaron wasn't doing very well. And I think Steph spent all of his money on defense because it was tough to slow down Ball. He and Bridges have a connection that was it was pretty special to watch. That's a fun young team.
Yeah, and my dude Ryan Kalkbrenner, 3 blocks off the bench.
Big old boy, man. He's a plotter, but you can't shoot it over him. That's for sure.
That's who I wanted him on this team so bad. I wanted Ryan Kalkbrenner to be in Luke Cornett's spot. That's what I wanted, but.
Well, maybe in about 5 years he will be Luke Cornett.
I'll take it. But yeah, the Spurs back in action tonight, hitting the road after this nice little homestand that they just had. They are headed out to the West Coast. They'll get the Clippers tonight, and then on tomorrow they get Sacramento. So a back-to-back on the West Coast before they come back here for the Thursday, Saturday games, L.A. and Sacramento. the Clippers, as we mentioned, Kawhi is a game-time decision. Obviously, if the Clippers have Kawhi, they're a different team than if they don't. So I think that's going to be a pretty big factor in what to expect tonight. But overall, I mean, just the way the Spurs are playing right now, it's hard to pick the Clippers.
Oh, without doubt. The only thing you wonder is with the back-to-back and the flight, how you monitor minutes between first and second game. Who's going to get some? Who might sit and watch? Especially with no Cornette tonight. I imagine there'll be a fair amount of minutes for Wemby. So I wonder how much we'll see of him in Sacramento. That's the only thing I'm looking at is just the minutes spread between the two games and two nights.
The line that opened at 6.5 is 9.5.
That tells you they're here and Kawhi ain't playing.
It tells you without telling you. Don't expect to see Kawhi play with an ankle injury. So that's it should be a solid showing here for the Spurs. Although again, you get comfortable at home, then you hit the road. Who knows? But
the Clips gave us everything we wanted the other night. Well, Kawhi gave us everything we wanted the other night, and without him, you just don't expect much.
No, it's hard to. But the Spurs, where they sit in the standings now, of course the Thunder win again last night. They beat up on Minnesota, although it took a nice little flurry at the end for Shea to extend his 20-game streak.
I was going to say, yet again, he gets his 20. He gets to get the post-game interview and gets to prove again, yeah, I'm the best player on the best team.
Yeah. The Thunder they've won 8 games in a row, but they're still only 3.5 ahead of the Spurs because the Spurs aren't losing a whole lot themselves. You know who's quietly not losing a lot either? The LA Lakers. The Lakers have now won 5 games in a row. They are 8-2 in their last 10.
Yeah.
And now, luckily, again, it's hard to gain ground when the teams in front of you are Oklahoma City and San Antonio playing lights out. But the Spurs,
we get them this week, right?
Excuse me, the Lakers. No,
we don't.
No. When we get back, or when the Spurs get back, it is Phoenix.
Oh, I thought it was the Lakers
and Indiana, which is a weird game. And no, I think they're done with the Lakers.
Oh, we're
this
done
year.
with them. Yeah. I don't know how good they are. I really don't. Now that Luka seems to be dating, is he dating Sharapova? Is that what I'm seeing?
I don't know what's going on. He's found himself a new little lassie.
Maybe that's enough. Maybe he needed to, blow off some steam.
He just needed some new.
Your fear is, again, that the Lakers play themselves into an easy first-round matchup, and then you're playing LeBron and Luka, and you don't want to do that with a team that's comfortable and confident.
In the last 5 games, they're 5-0 in this span. 3 of those wins came against the Knicks, the Timberwolves, and the Nuggets.
That's solid.
They're playing pretty damn well.
Mm-hmm.
So and then the Nuggets game, you saw Luka hit a game winner with under a second on the clock. So a great win for them over the weekend.
We'll see.
I still think that 3 through 6 range in the West is still, there's a whole lot to be decided there, but
they don't scare me in the least.
I'm starting to. I don't know.
They really
man.
don't. I mean, the Lakers they should scare some teams. They don't scare me. The Spurs, I don't think.
Okay.
It's just LeBron's great, but he ain't what he was. And Luka, we know what Luka is, but that's about it. Austin Reeves, as he shows and does some stuff, and the front line can grab some rebounds, then they're kind of scary, but I just don't see a lot of I don't hold a great fear for them, even though they're LeBron and Luka.
That's the thing that scares me is if those dudes are on. Then
I don't want to play them if I don't have to, but if I had to, there are teams I'd much rather play them than say Minnesota.
I don't know how I feel about that. I guess, I don't know. I just worry about Luka being a guy who can just take over a game by himself.
And he has against us. Again, if they're on a roll, there's something there. But I just don't think there's the depth, and I don't see them capable of beating the Spurs 4 times. I think they can beat them once or twice. I think they could, Luka can get hot in a game, and they could do some things. But the depth that the Spurs can offer, that just wears an old team out in the 3rd and 4th quarter, that we can bring in that 4th guy, that got 9th guy on the bench to add just one more thing
that the Lakers just don't have to match.
Yeah, Spurs went 3-1 head-to-head with the Lakers this year. They went 1-1 where the Lakers had LeBron and Luka on the floor, both in the game. One of the games
they stole.
LeBron did not play, and then the other game, the most recent game, which was a blowout win for San Antonio, Luka and LeBron both sat out, and that was an easy Spurs win. So, the Lakers just strike me as a team that it's almost like Golden State.
Yeah, you don't want to give them you don't let them breathe.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see that team if they show up at the playoffs healthy. It's a little scary.
I'm more afraid of Golden State than I am the Lakers.
Okay.
I am. There's something about the way Steph Curry beats us.
I mean, you and I went to a game this year and watched Steph Curry just carve them up.
Yeah, it's different than the way Luka beats us. Like you said, carves us up.
Yeah. All right, let's take a break. It is the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you guys about Underdog. And, guys, the tournament, it's upon us. The upsets, they're coming. And Underdog is the best place to get in on that action. Playing on Underdog is so easy. Pick whether your favorite player is going to go higher or lower on their stats, points, rebounds, steals, whatever it is. You get those picks right, you could win up to 5,000 times your money, and it's going to be so much fun. Even the games that you're not super interested in for the tournament, you're going to be able to get down some action on Underdog because you're going to be watching them anyway. Oh, I don't care about this team or this team. Well, get a little action on Underdog. You're going to care a lot more about this team and that team. I'll say this. We were just talking about the Texas A&M versus St. Mary's game. I'm going to be looking lower across the board on these A&M players who their season-long numbers are going to be pumped up because they play fast and they've put up these stats all season long that I just don't think they're going to have the shot volume this year. So give me lower on a couple of Aggies. I'll look into it more on which exact players. But I do think that they have a hard time getting the ball in the basket. Download the app today. Use the promo code Alamo. You'll score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and heads up on the northeast side. Getting reports of a vehicle fire, 35 southbound approaching Weidner. Now the vehicle fire has been tapped out. Still have a right lane blocked. 7-8 minute delay has you slow from Pat Booker Road. 1604 westbound I-10. That stalls off to the right shoulder. And a stall at I-10 westbound Probant, right shoulder blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA. Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's new Luxe Value menu has 10 lavish indulgences, all $3 or less. It's easy to get carried away. Like when you try the new mini taco salad, you might ask, do I need a salad fork? The fork in the bag's fine. Luxe Value menu at participating locations while supplies last. Price and participation vary. Tax extra.
March Marathon means more deals at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get a 2026 Silverado 1500 Crew for $489 a month, 0 down. Or drive a 2026 Colorado for $394 a month, 0 down. All North Park vehicles get 4.45% financing for 75 months, all month long. Open till 9 p.m. Friday and Saturday. Together, let's drive. North Park Chevrolet, 10 minutes by Loop 410 in Castroville. Must qualify. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
The Gomez Law Firm has been helping injured victims in car and trucking accidents for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. Jose, if someone finds themselves faced with the stress of an accident, what next?
Well, the first thing they should do is pick up the phone, call the Gomez Law Firm, or Google joegomezlaw.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is the leader in personal injury law. If you have been in an accident, you need a firm that will fight for you and your family's rights.
We do ride-sharing cases. We do 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years.
The Gomez Law Firm fights for you against the big insurance companies and wins. Tell us about some other cases you represent.
Really, anything that involves a personal injury and a third party that is responsible for causing that injury, we will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have found yourself faced with a personal injury matter, if you've been in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then it's important to call the Gomez Law Firm today. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu, the daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Monday on the Blitz. Prepare to be disappointed. Jason and Joe back in the saddle.
I suppose they'll be talking about some basketball. I'm sure Cowboys will come up. They might even bring up college tournament. Who knows? It's the Blitz. Get here early. Party starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Do-do-do. 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 Hey, good morning. Can't even pronounce the name. The Selection Monday, as we like to call it around here. We're happy to be here talking hoops today. Lots to get into. Duke gets the top overall seed.
They're so good.
They are good. And, you know, Michigan Michigan had the ball in their court. They got smoked yesterday.
And they were living by – that's a very good basketball team that was living by the seat of their pants. I mean, Lindenberg doesn't hit the shot the game before. They're not even competing. They didn't have a very good tournament. They're not coming in full speed.
Well, neither did Duke.
No, but both of them were taking teams' best punches. And I will say that Purdue kind of came back to where we thought they were. Florida State, I think, was not as shocking as it appeared. I thought the second game was a little bit more shocking. The way that Duke wasn't able to pull away, that that Virginia just scared the fool out of them. That's the one where I think Duke walked away going, we're beatable.
Yeah.
You know, this is if teams shoot well against us, we continue to turn the ball over. Duke's got a little bit of a dropsies problem, but that's the only thing. My takeaway wasn't so much that Duke was lesser. I was more impressed with how good Virginia is.
Somebody was asking about the strongest region. Oh, Jose says, which region do you guys consider the toughest? He thinks the East is stacked. That's the Duke, UConn, Michigan State, Kansas region.
That's the blue blood region.
Yeah, that they certainly by name recognition, that's the one.
They're tough, man. It's hard for me to get past the East, but I do think there's one more.
I like the South. Florida as a 1 seed, Houston as a 2 seed. I think Houston's probably the strongest 2 seed. I still think Illinois has really, really high up in potential.
The separator is
and then
5 seed.
Yeah, I think Vanderbilt being a 5 seed. Vanderbilt was I thought Vanderbilt was going to be on the 3 line, and they end up at the 5.
I think they're overseeded or underseeded, and I think Kansas was over. Kansas is not a 4 seed. I'm sorry. So when I look at the East and I look at Kansas overseeded like that, I think Kansas, if you'd put them in the South, they'd end up a 6 seed maybe, just judging by the way they play. I think East is scary because of the names, but I think the South is going to be more of a dogfight. And the style that the South plays is going to be interesting to watch because the Houston and Florida are 2 really different kinds of teams, but both of them can equally beat you with the way they do things. The South's better. The weakest is Midwest.
That's the Michigan, Iowa State, Virginia, and Alabama region. Yeah, I tend to agree. Although when I looked at the East and the West, it was really, and again, I haven't filled out a full bracket, so I don't know exactly how I'm going to get to where I'm at, but it's hard for me to see anyone other than Duke or Arizona in the Final Four out of the, like I looked at Duke and I looked down this list right. And I'm like, no, none of these teams are beating Duke. Nobody in that bracket's beating Duke. Then I looked at Arizona and it's like, okay, Arkansas, Gonzaga, Purdue. I just think, I think Arizona's just a better. I think they're on a different level than those teams. So the South and the Midwest, I think there's some discussion for me on who's going to be in the Final Four of those. Whereas those top 2, it's really easy for me to just put in Duke and Arizona with a marker.
I don't see, to beat Duke, you're going to need to bring size. You're going to have to be equally as big, or you're just going to get pounded. And I don't see any real size.
Well, you know what? I heard a lot of people saying if St. John's goes against Duke, maybe they can give them some trouble. But I don't know how I feel about St. John's. St. John's might lose in the first round. Yeah. I could see them losing to Northern Iowa, who's going to muck it up against them.
They're tough. I'll give St. John's their credit, but they're not that kind of, unless they just go bananas, unless they go shoot threes like they haven't shot all year.
Yeah, I think if TCU beats Ohio State, I think TCU has the kind of front court size that could maybe give Duke some trouble.
They're going to have to.
But I don't think they're going to beat them. I guess the last hope would maybe be Michigan State. I'll tell you the dark horse of a team that could maybe, and I don't think they'll get there, but I think if they did, they could give Duke some trouble, is UCLA. But I don't know how healthy UCLA is, and I don't think that they're going to be there that long. So,
there's a couple. UConn, Michigan State.
I don't buy into
UConn
either of
is
them.
not. Yeah, Michigan State would have to. What's the guy? Key Cole, whatever his name is. That guy's going to have to shoot the lights out for Michigan State to get all the way to a Duke game. But once you get there, then they might have a puncher's chance. I just don't think they can get there.
But the Midwest, if you're looking to fade Michigan, there's lots of teams you could look at. Just because if you watching Michigan play Purdue, it's like this team is pretty flawed. And when things aren't going great for them, they do tend to unravel a little bit. And you kind of forget that Michigan is not totally healthy. They've lost a couple guys over the course of the season that they're without now. But Iowa State, if Iowa State on the right day, Iowa State can beat damn near anybody.
I agree.
I think Virginia proved that they can hang with big dogs.
I'm not there yet, but Virginia might be my favorite dark horse.
Okay, and then Alabama. Again, if you get into the right style of game with Alabama, we've seen Nate Oates take teams to the Final Four already, and this one's pretty talented.
The Baron Philo.
Texas Tech, if they hit their threes, who knows? And then Tennessee as a 6 seed. Tennessee's pretty good. That's a pretty damn good 6 seed. I'll tell you that.
Worried about them. That loss, that was ugly.
Yeah,
that just shouldn't have gone that way.
But when you look at the other 6 seeds, and it's Louisville, who is without.
I'm sticking with. Is Brown playing?
No.
Without him, they don't have a prayer.
And North Carolina, who's without their best player.
They got no heart.
BYU, who's without their second best player. Alabama looks pretty good, or Tennessee looks pretty damn good for a 6 seed. Excuse me. So, I think that's a tough bracket to figure out, at least. So
I like Virginia in this one so far.
Don't hate it. It'd be a sneaky play. I think most people are going to put Michigan through pretty easily, but I think it's tougher than that.
You know, watching their big 7'3" dude,
Mara.
He is a force on the defensive side. If you're not used to height, he will take you out of the game. But I think Virginia's seen enough height in the ACC where that won't be quite as scary as it would be to most.
Yeah. I just think, losing L.J. Kaysen early in the season, who was a key contributor for them, is a big deal.
I wish Toppin was still playing for Tech. That would have been a heck of a matchup if they could have gone to a Michigan.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Although I don't know that if he was still playing, I don't think Texas Tech would be a 5 seed either.
Truth, absolutely.
So things would just look a whole lot different. For Duke, the number 1 overall seed, they get a pretty favorable draw in round 1. Siena, a team that is small and can't hit threes. That's the worst thing you can be, is a bad 3-point shooting team without the physicality to throw at Duke. So I don't really see much of a path to success for them. I think Duke probably embarrasses that team. And then that Ohio State TCU game, which you and I are on different sides of, but I think is a very intriguing matchup. Beyond that, I mean, St. John's and Kansas, I could see either one of those teams losing in the first round. It would not shock me if either one of them lost.
Bill Self, Rick Pitino matchup in the first round. It's an interesting coach matchup. I think St. John's is just tougher.
Yeah.
Than Kansas, although Kansas is probably more talented.
Just certainly with high-end talent.
Yeah.
But again,
I think toughness wins that first round.
You know what? I wish I could make a bet that Kansas St. John's will not be the second round game, because I think at least one of them loses.
Think so?
Either Cal Baptist or Northern Iowa gets an upset. That's what I would write down.
I saw Cal Baptist play. They're not bad.
You know what? Cal Baptist and Kansas have one thing in common. Dominique Daniels for Cal Baptist is not the kind of player who should be playing at Cal Baptist or in the WAC period. He is a freak, and it's him and just a bunch of dudes around him. And Kansas has Darren Peterson and just a bunch of dudes. Now the level level of the random dudes around him are obviously Kansas level, Big 12 level dudes. But Dominique Daniels, Cal Baptist in the championship of the WAC, they were down 7 points with 2 minutes to go in the game, and every time Utah Valley missed a front end of a 1-and-1, they got a rebound. They hit an outlet to Dominique Daniels, and he hit a 3 in a row, and they won that game by 2 points because of one guy. Yeah. One guy. That's what they're capable of. And then Northern Iowa, who's playing against St. John's, they won the Missouri Valley, which is a really respected mid-major level conference, and they have a great ability. It's kind of like St. Mary's, to slow things down, to muck it up. And if they can muck it up, I think they can give St. John some real troubles there. I know I saw Calipari, or not Calipari, Patino drinking beer at the presser, and like he's riding high right now. Oh, we beat the snot out of UConn. Well, I think
the King of New York.
I think this UConn team is kind of overrated.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, that was a rugged game, and that's the problem, is that style. If they don't get friendly Big East type refs, two of those dudes are going to have, two of their starters will have 3 fouls by the end of the first half. They're not going to be allowed to play the way they played in the Garden, which is the one scary thing to me about St. John's. If they can't play the defense that Patino's coached them to play, there's a lot of things predicated off of that, and there's a couple of quick whistles, and they get on their heels, and that primary ball-handling guard gets sent to the bench, who is a foul with hands kind of defender. They could get in trouble quick.
I just don't know how good St. John's is, because the Big East, not very good.
Or are they really good? We'll see. I don't think they're very good, but I don't think UConn's as bad as you think.
They got 3 teams in, And St. John's, when you go back and you look through their schedule and you say, okay, they did go 2-1 against UConn, and they went 2-0 against Villanova. The other tournament teams that they played lost to Kentucky, lost to Iowa State, lost to Alabama. And the only other even bubble team that they played against was Auburn. They lost to Auburn. Like, I just think they're winning the Big East, and it's the Big East, so we all go, oh, wow, they won the Big East. I just think maybe they're not that good. We'll find out, though. All right, we are halfway there on a Monday. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by MapQuest.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit mapquest.com.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from PrizePicks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download PrizePicks right now. And if you remember the code Alamo, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code Alamo, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on PrizePicks, because right now is the best time to play PrizePicks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what PrizePicks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love PrizePicks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. PrizePicks is fantastic because being right is good. Being right more is better. But man, it feels so good to be right.
Hey golfers, you could win a set of custom golf clubs from Flight by Yingling. Imagine hitting the course with a set of custom clubs valued at $2,800 with a cold flight, 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Enter now at yingling.com/golf. No purchase necessary, must be 21 or older. Flight by Yingling, presenting sponsor of the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on Monday, March 30th. Flight by Yingling. Enjoy responsibly. DJ Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Hey, Sarah. Heard about your car accident. You okay?
Well, let's see. My car's toast, my neck's a pretzel, and the insurance guy ghosted me faster than my ex. So, peachy.
Remind me why you haven't called Thomas J. Henry Law yet?
Calling an attorney is weird to me.
Yeah, you should totally trust insurance, who profits from underpaying you.
I'm picking up on your sarcasm.
You need to pick up the phone and dial Thomas J. Henry Law.
Car accident? Visit thomasjhenrylaw.com today. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Principal Office, San Antonio.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
So my friends over at Pure Talk have been sending me customer feedback from consumeraffairs.com, where thousands of people rate and review the top wireless providers. Here, for instance, is a nice note from James in Raleigh, North Carolina, who writes, quote, "After hearing Mike Rowe's ad, we made the switch to Pure Talk, and we couldn't be happier. We went from spending $1,200 a year with T-Mobile to $420 with Pure Talk. Thanks, Mike. Switch today!" Exclamation point. Pure Talk is saving James $820 a year. And because he literally wrote the words "switch today" in capital letters with an exclamation point, I'm going to go ahead and dedicate this commercial to him. So folks, take it from James in Raleigh, North Carolina. Pure Talk can give you unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data for just $25 a month on the same 5G service the big guys are overcharging you for. Just dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. You'll also save 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 to save an additional 50%. Thanks, James.
It's about time delivery worked on your schedule. Same day, next day, or scheduled in advance. However you plan it, the Home Depot delivers the whole job. From drywall to doors, plumbing to paint, we'll get it there when you need it. Because on the job site, timing is everything. You order, we deliver. It's that easy. The Home Depot Pro. It's about time.
Jen, I didn't know you shopped here.
Hey, I'm hunting for something fresh for spring.
Oh, girl, skip them all. Jewelry Television has the best spring looks right now.
JTV, way ahead of you. Just hit up JTV.com yesterday, scored the cutest clover earrings, 2 tennis bracelets, and this gorgeous pearl ring.
Right now, new customers get $20 off any purchase of $99 or more at JTV.com.
Oh, and gold hoops and this turquoise bracelet.
Just a couple things, huh?
Maybe more than a couple.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Still dealing with this trouble spot at 35 southbound approaching Weidner. A vehicle fire that's been tapped out, so the right lane still blocked. Solid 20-minute delay has you slow from Evans. Also impacting traffic on that northbound side. Some onlooker delays 410 to Weidner. I-10 westbound Probat, that stall now off to the shoulder, and 90 westbound approaching 1604, disabled vehicle left shoulder blocked. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In college basketball, the tournament field is set. The Texas Longhorns are got to play their way in, though, as they will take action tomorrow night in a battle of 11 seeds with North Carolina State for the right to take on 6-seed BYU in the round of 64. Your top 4 seeds are Duke, Arizona, Michigan, and Florida. Texas Tech's a 5 seed. They're going to play Akron, and A&M landed a 10th seed. They're going to play the 7th seeded St. Mary's Gales. In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs closed out their 6-game homestand Saturday with a 115-102 win over the Charlotte Hornets. Wemby had 32, 12, and 8 with 4 blocks in the win. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi-yo! Good morning. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. We don't normally talk college football this time of year, but there is an anomaly that deserves to be discussed today. And when I say we normally don't talk college football on a Monday in the middle of March, we especially don't normally talk Louisiana Tech Bulldogs football. But as of Friday, Louisiana Tech's schedule has 20 games on it. And you might be thinking, well, how's that possible? Every other team in college football plays 12 games. Louisiana Tech, who is currently in the middle of a legal dispute over its future conference membership, was included in the conference announcements by both its current league and its future league. So Conference USA and the Sun Belt both put Louisiana Tech on the schedule this year. They both have Louisiana Tech playing 8 games, and 2 of those 16 matchups, shockingly, only 2 fall on the same date. So, in a span of 8 days right now, Tech is currently listed as playing Army on October 3rd, a Thursday game on October 8th against Florida International, and then Saturday, October 10th against Louisiana. They have 9 games on the schedule in October. This is going to be a very difficult season for Louisiana Tech. If they have to play 2 games in one day.
Well, they're going to play Conference USA, right? That's what they want to play.
They want to play the Sun Belt.
They want to play in Sun Belt, and the Conference USA is suing them to stay.
Yes. Louisiana Tech announced last July it would be leaving Conference USA no later than July 1st, 2027. The school informed Conference USA at the time they planned to leave a year earlier than that. despite league bylaws requiring 14 months' notice to depart the conference. Marshall, Old Dominion, and Southern Miss made the same move in 2022. They paid Conference USA $1.75 million each to leave earlier than 14 months, but there has not been an agreement like that between Louisiana Tech and Conference USA, probably because Louisiana Tech doesn't have $1.75 million laying around.
Well, they do, but they're going to try not to pay it.
Yeah. Earlier this month, the school sued the conference. They're trying to seek an injunction that would bar Conference USA from placing Louisiana Tech on the schedule and deem the bylaws unenforceable, among other requests. That hearing is scheduled for this Thursday. However, the judge denied the school's request for a temporary restraining order.
Mm-hmm. I think that the conference is going to win this.
You think the old conference is going to win this?
I think that they're not going to be able to leave. If they don't have a previous agreement, and there's precedent to show that the ones that did do this did have an agreement and paid, I think that most of the conferences and those that are ADs and conference commissioners would like to see the Sun Belt win or the Conference USA win this. Because you want to have some kind of control. You can't just have teams decide we're going to just leave. And even though there might not be something built in to keep them there, we do want to have some sort of guardrail. We don't want this. But then again, players are allowed to leave. Coaches are allowed to leave. Why can't schools leave?
The difficulty will really come on November 7th when they've got to play at Jacksonville State and then at Troy. Now, both those games are in Alabama, so maybe it's a
split squad, kind of like spring training.
Reasonable travel. But then November 28th, they're at Western Kentucky and at Georgia Southern.
Well,
now, that's going to be a tough road trip.
I hope the Sun Belt's got a plan B. I do, because I don't think they're going to have that part of the schedule available to them all year. I hope they have a plan B.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen, but this is it's a weird situation for them.
Stupid. This is stupid.
But yeah, a team to currently have, and again, they're not going to play 20 games. I'm joking about the 2 games on the same day, but yeah, we're at a spot where this team they've got to be set to play 20 games.
It's nice to be wanted. I mean, everybody wants to schedule it, you know.
I think
like you're everybody's homecoming.
For the Sun Belt, they want Louisiana Tech. Conference USA I think they're just trying to prove a point.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think this is more about all the other conferences are looking at the Conference USA going, you better fight this. Because if you lose this, thereby, who says my conference next year, somebody decides I'm going to vault from one place to another and without some sort of previous agreement or whatever previous agreement is deemed not acceptable, precedent says they can leave. I just can't see that happening.
Yeah, it's putting everybody in a weird spot. I don't know what's going to happen. I think we've learned one thing we've learned over the last year is it's very dependent on which judge hears the case.
Well, that's always the plan. So, are you by chance a graduate
of Louisiana Tech,
or have you spent any money there for a child or alumni or anything like that? We need to know.
Any Conference USA school or any Sun Belt school, I don't know. But
well, there's a lot of money tied up in this. I mean, once you add up a bunch of home games, I don't care what conference you're in, you're into the millions. And you're going to have to reschedule. Think of all the conference games that are just out the window.
Yeah.
When you lose one team.
Yeah. And Louisiana Tech has Baylor and LSU on their non-conference schedule, so they're playing a couple of big boy programs as well. So they will.
When's the hearing?
Thursday. So we'll figure something out by then. Elsewhere in the NFL, Dallas Goedert is going to stay with the Philadelphia Eagles, which is kind of a surprise. He signed a one-year deal, $7 million yesterday for 1 year, $4.25 million signing bonus. Would have been a dead cap hit of more than $20 million that would have come when his contract expired on Monday. So they were able to work this out. And for a team that's been talking about trading A.J. Brown, they needed to have something figured out. So being able to figure this out certainly helps, no matter what they eventually do with A.J. Brown. I've heard them say, oh, now we're not trading. But we also know that teams often say that when they still want to trade a player, but they want to hold on to some sort of negotiating power. Goddard has been who had always been kind of a solid blocker.
Yeah,
was not that last year. Nobody on that team was able to block last year. The offensive line, the run blocking, everything all went into the dumps. But he did have he had a career best 60 catches and a career best 591 yards. Also had 11 touchdowns.
$7 million is cheap.
That is a pretty good deal.
Got him on
$7 million.
I mean, that tells me not a lot of demand out there. And, he knows the offense.
The Tennessee Titans will also keep Calvin Ridley, a guy who's never quite panned out into what.
How old is Calvin Ridley now?
He's 31 maybe.
Feels like he's older than that.
30, 31, I would guess. Remember, he signed a 4-year, $92 million deal back in 2024.
Have there been any good Alabama wide receivers?
Julio Jones.
Okay, that's one. But even he was a brief shining moment and lived off reputation for a long time.
Devontae Smith is pretty good.
Devontae, I'll put him as that's the one.
I don't know. I think Julio Jones for about a 5 or 6 year run was like one of the two best wide receivers in the league.
I'd give it 2 years, and then the rest was rep.
Okay.
I just don't think he lived through certainly for 1 year he was the best out there, but I think it was a declining kind of. The reason I bring that up is I saw where the kid in Vegas that killed the girl is about to get out and wants to play again.
Oh, really? Oh, he ain't. Nobody's taking him. Let's see. 2-time first team all from 2015 to 2019.
15 and 16 were the years.
He was either first or second team All-Pro for 5 years in a row.
He was a big old boy, but I never felt like he after those first 2 years was maybe because his teams were always bad.
It probably had something. Although he did go to a Super Bowl. Came a little short, but did go to a Super Bowl. But yeah, Alabama wide receiver probably not their strongest.
Although they all seem good.
Yeah.
Now they're specializing in little dudes.
Yeah.
Like Ruggs and.
Yeah. I would say. I'm trying to think of who outside of those guys has been. Jerry Jeudy, I guess. Oh, Amari Cooper was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Waddle. He's had his ups and downs, I guess. Yeah, they've got some.
The fact that we're naming 4 and 5 and 6 tells you a lot.
There's a lot.
There.
I mean, they've got a lot of starting NFL caliber wide receivers in the league, so I can't hate on them too much. But yeah, maybe a little overdrafty. But Calvin Ridley agrees to a renegotiated deal. I think they decided that we don't want to have to pay we don't have to want to take a $27 million cap hit on you, but we ain't going to keep you for what you're making right now. So now they are. It basically what it did was they can now pair him with Wan'Dale Robinson, who they brought in. So that's going to be their 1-2, and we'll see what Brian Daboll is able to do. Remember Brian Daboll coached him also at Alabama. Brian Daboll coached Wan'Dale Robinson with the Giants, and he also coached Calvin Ridley when he was at Alabama. So some ties there, and then the huge news, Trey Lance agreed to a deal to return to the Chargers on over the weekend. So
how is this guy still employed?
It is unbelievable.
Not that he obviously a good kid. I'm not upset with him personally, but
he doesn't get on the field.
Of all the quarterbacks that are still employed, there's a few that are coaching someplace that are better than him.
1-year deal, $6.75 million. We're up to $6.75 million.
I guess you're getting him a league minimum. What are you going to do?
But he has started, 5 games? I mean, 5 games in his career? That's crazy. Nope, 6 games now. He started one last year. So 6 games since being drafted number 3 overall in 2021.
Must run one hell of a scout team.
He's got to, man.
I mean, seriously, he must be spectacular in practice.
I mean, everybody sees this guy and says, oh, maybe. But, yeah, he started 19 games in college, 6 games in the pros in 5 seasons.
The fact that he's come back to the same place 2 years in a row is a step up.
Yeah, it is a luxury to be a top 5 draft pick in the NFL. You will get chance after chance after chance as long as you're not like a bad guy.
Yeah, and that's the other part.
I don't think Trey Lance is a bad guy.
Come to work, do your job best you can.
He's just not very good at football. Henry Ruggs is who Rob was talking about. Good luck finding a team, Henry Ruggs.
Have you noticed how fast he is, though?
And also,
very fast.
Has he
been a Corvette and even on feet?
Has he been playing like in the longest yard?
I don't know, but didn't he call out the Cowboys specifically? Like, hey, Dallas, I'm free.
Oh, hell yeah, man!
Hey, Dallas.
Well, now they've got two. They've got 2 wide receivers now. They don't need Henry Ruggs.
Yeah,
they've got 2 wide receivers and a couple Jalen's.
Could you foresee a world that he could ever get back?
I don't think so. I don't think so, man. A lot of the times teams realize, like, okay, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. Henry Ruggs never showed enough in his brief time in the NFL that makes you think, yeah, it'd be worth trying it out. So I'm going to go with.
What if you said, I'll donate 90% of my salary to MAD, Mothers Against Drunk Driving?
I think that you could probably make something like that work out, but there are going to be people at every game.
You can't. I'm just trying to find is there a path? Because I do know America likes a second act, but I don't think you don't get to come back from murder.
You
don't
have
get to come back from that.
We like a second act if you made a good first act. You didn't even have a good first act.
I mean, but I was going to say something that's not appropriate. Like, talk about a fabulous flame out, but that's not good. But, I mean, everybody likes the comeback, but I don't think you're right. There wasn't enough to even come back from.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the World Baseball Classic. I haven't seen a lot of it, but I'm obviously going to watch the championship game. I have to root for our country now. Now that they're in the finals, I'm gonna be a bandwagoner and try and be a champion. But we'll talk about how they got there. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
4. All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th. Yeah, it's officially sold out. 4. But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
Your reputation matters. That's why so many landscape professionals choose Gravely. You can save up to 20% on Gravely commercial mowers during the Gravely Mow the Distance sales event starting March 19th. Visit your local Gravely dealer today.
Looking for the ultimate hangout spot? Swing by 90 Proof Bar and Grill, where the kitchen stays fired up till midnight, serving up all your game day favorites with daily drink specials. 90 Proof Bar and Grill, corner of Highway 90 and Lucky Ranch. Food, cold drinks, and live sports.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
America's #1 destination for lifted trucks, custom builds, and off-road ready vehicles is in the Alamo City. Lifted Truck San Antonio is on the corner of I-35 and Judson. Plus, come check out some of the baddest trucks live at the Roof Hub at the biggest St. Patrick's Day block party, March 17th.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later, just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
People. They're good. Good for laughs, for snorts, for cries, and goodbyes. People are good for doing nothing or getting up to something. People are good for squad goals and squad. People are good for you. Jim Beam. Best enjoyed together.
Jim Beam, Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 40% alcohol by volume, 2026, James B. Beam Distilling Company, Claremont, Kentucky.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it. Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
The tournament is back. You know there's going to be upsets. You know there's going to be buzzer beaters. And I can tell you, Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz. On Underdog, you can make your picks and win money right now here in Texas. Love playing on Underdog because it's fun and it's easy. Because you pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Get all your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use my promo code STAR to score $50 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit ncpgambling.org.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yeah! Good morning.
This ain't Yaz.
Yes. USA. Suck it, Dominicanos. You're out. Beat it. The Dominicans, gone. Mason Miller closing out a 2-1 victory, and the U.S. headed to the championship game where they'll get the winner of the game today in between Venezuela and Italy. Italy still hanging around, Rob.
Do you think that I wonder what the ramifications, or if there's going to be any difference in the way that these guys are ready for the regular season versus those that are, playing split squads and, doing the stuff in spring training?
I don't know.
I wonder if they're going to be ahead of the curve, behind the curve, or we're going to deal with injuries. Or it'll be interesting to see how the season pans out with all these guys that are playing hard-nosed, real baseball as opposed to training camp baseball.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would say, like, I want my guys to. The more your guys have been competing, getting into the regular season, I would have to get it's an advantage.
And you can't be working as hard as you would be in training camp. But these are superstars. How hard do they need to? What exactly are we refining? They're already the very best. This is just maintenance, I think, for a lot of stuff. But it will be interesting to see how these guys start the season. Are they going to start hot because the blade's been sharpened, or is it going to take a minute to kind of get themselves into game shape because they didn't really get a chance to do it in training camp?
The other thing is, apparently, I didn't realize this, but because I didn't watch the game. the Dominicans were angry about a call.
A couple of calls, not just one.
The ball strike call that finished the game was a full count pitch from Mason Miller, a slider that apparently missed by.
It looked like it was out. I wasn't watching the game. I don't want to say I was, but I did see the highlight. And who's the Dominican?
Juan Soto.
No, who's their the manager? It's Angel. It fell out of my brain. But he was a gentleman anyway. Yeah, I'm not going to go there. We could have won it other ways.
Was it Nelson Cruz?
No, it was the manager, the GM for the Dominicans.
That's what I'm saying. Nelson Cruz was the he was the one who was talking for him. That's what I saw, but I don't know who the manager. I don't really know. I just saw Nelson Cruz talking about it, and he said we lost by inches. We'll have ABS in a few years, so hopefully next time we can challenge plays. Oh, okay, he's the manager. But yeah, I saw Nelson Cruz up talking to the press about it. Yeah. I don't know. Listen, this is I wish that I could find myself interested in baseball right now. There's just a lot going on. I think it's bad timing to do this WBC, but I also don't know when the good time would be.
Yeah, I don't know when they go. I don't think I think baseball fans having a good time. I think there's a lot of baseball dudes that are thoroughly enjoying this, but that's it.
Yeah. Well, I'll probably watch the championship game.
It better not be on a tournament night.
I don't know. When is
if it's not tonight, I don't know when.
Let's see. The final. They play tonight, and then I don't know when the championship game is. I would guess.
Well, the tournament starts tomorrow, and it don't stop.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Tuesday is the championship game
versus a play-in.
A play-in game
depends. Are you gonna watch Texas?
No, I think I'll watch this.
I think I'd watch the Texas game. I mean, there's just more in it for me.
Yeah.
What station's carrying this? Because
it's on MLB Network.
Oh.
Although
right.
I don't. Maybe it'll be. I don't know. Maybe the championship game will be on a bigger station. I don't know.
Right. If a tree falls in the forest, I mean, yeah. Like I said, I think baseball guys all into this.
I'm curious if, because it is the championship game, would they maybe consider putting it on a?
Well, who has it? So Fox does some baseball. Apple does some baseball.
Yeah.
ESPN, ain't no room on ESPN. They got a ladies tournament coming, and
yeah.
I mean, I'm just even if I wanted to find it, I got to go find the Major League Baseball network, which is right next to True TV for me.
Yeah,
which is where all the other basketball games are going to be.
Yeah, I rarely. I rarely care about those first four games because when you're filling out your bracket, unless I've got money on it, I don't know that I'll have money on one of those games. If I do, maybe I'll watch that, but. I'll at least have the World Baseball Classic up on a second TV or on my iPad or something. I don't know. I'll give it some respect. My guess is we'll have at least some good pitching matchups. And
the thing that watching the highlights, the players are loving this. It seems like the players are having a good time.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? It looks like they're thoroughly enjoying the opportunity to go do this. And I guess because there's really not a lot of pressure other than what you apply on yourselves. There's not a lot of national pride on this thing. We're not looking at this like USA versus.
I think they do. I think they all do. I believe.
Well, I think I'm talking about they're doing that. I'm not. I don't think the fans are looking like USA over. It's not like Hockey Canada where there's this thing. We lost to the Italians.
Well, I mean. Yeah, but we still have a chance to win the whole thing.
Yeah, which tells me the quality of this tournament is we lost to the Italians.
The Italians might be in the finals.
Okay. Again.
The Italians beat the Puerto Ricans yesterday, too. So you could say, the Italians, but then they keep beating everybody.
All right. That just tells me the level of where I just don't
You know what, Rob? At some point, Germany was winning basketball games, and people were like, Germany? And then now it's just like, no, Germany's really good at basketball now. It's just,
they have a couple
times change.
Maybe. Okay.
And we mentioned there's like 5 or 6 major leaguers on that Italian roster.
But every player on the American roster is.
They should be. But you also know baseball, a starting pitcher can do
Yeah,
a lot of damage.
I don't want to downgrade something that, quite frankly, I always say you mock what you don't understand. It's just not. It's the wrong time of year. I don't see a lot of external fear. I mean, the Japanese aren't there, and the only reason I cared about the Japanese is one dude. I couldn't name 2 players off of Italy.
Yoshinobu.
Yeah. Then the who we got now? The who we playing? The Dominicans?
The winner? No, we're playing. Well, we beat the Dominicans. We're playing the winner of Venezuela and Italy. And Los Nunes says, "Settle down, guys. The championship's on Fox."
Oh, okay. So that is good. Okay. I'm saying at least you have other fan has access to it.
That is good. Yeah, it would be sad if it wasn't nationally televised. I mean, that would be kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, on MLB Network.
Yeah.
How much do you guys even care?
So we'll see. We'll see if I don't know what I'll be more interested in. Again, and Venezuela. When I think of Venezuela, the most famous Venezuelan baseball player is Jose Altuve. He's not playing, so I don't know who's playing for Venezuela. I don't know which one. I wanted USA versus Puerto Rico or USA versus Japan, and kudos because, like I said, Italy beat Puerto Rico. Venezuela beat Japan, so they deserve to be here. But I'm also a little disappointed that I'm not going to get one of the matchups that I thought we were going to get at some point. I probably should have watched that USA-Dominican game last night. Apparently it was really good. It was a well-fought game. Mm-hmm. That might have been the best game I was going to see. If I was going to pick one game, maybe that's the one I should have watched. But
it's March.
But I'm going to do what I like to do, and I'm going to jump in at the end, maybe about the 7th inning. And if we're winning, I'm going to watch and I'm going to cheer and go, USA, USA. But if they're losing in the 7th inning, I'm going to watch the basketball and just pretend like it's not on. That's what I'll do.
I'll let you update the scores.
And
I'll see it on socials.
And also I'll do what every American does. And if we lose, I'll just say, who cares about that anyway? That's a stupid tournament. That just
the Italians are all American anyway.
It's a stupid made-up tournament. You remember when when the Spurs beat the Thunder in the semifinals of the NBA Cup? Everybody was all excited that they lost to the Knicks, and it was like, that's stupid tournament. Doesn't mean anything anyway. That's a stupid
lot of wasted
tournament.
Effort.
Big nonsense. That's how you do things. It's exciting. It's a big deal if you win, and if you don't, who cares about that stupid thing anyway?
We lost. They cheated.
Yeah. Maybe play fair next time. Maybe if the game wouldn't have been in Miami, where there's clearly a lot of Venezuelans and Italians living. Maybe that won't work.
No.
Damn it. I mean, I don't know what the excuse will be, but I've got a couple days to come up with one, all right? Don't you worry. I'll figure it out. Terrible. All right. The matchup tonight, Italy and Venezuela, that will decide who is playing the U.S. I wanted to see who. Let me check real quick who the favorite is in that one. Venezuela, a -190 favorite tonight. Speaking of the odds, I did want to, and we'll do this coming up in the next segment. I want to look at the odds on the tournament and who are the favorites to win in each region, who are the favorites to win it overall. We'll do that coming up next. First, though, I've got a special gift for you guys. A $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. It is a Mellow Mushroom Monday. Mellow Mushroom, some of the finest pie in all of San Antonio, right there at 1604 and Stone Oak. So if you haven't been, why the hell haven't you been? Fantastic food, tons of beer on tap, great cocktails, just a great overall place. But secondly, if you haven't been, I'm going to give you $50 to go there and try it out, because this is what it's deserved. It's worthy of your time to go try this out. Let's go with caller number 210-656-3776. Let's go with caller number 15. That way the Brigade Bar folks get a chance to get some pizza too. Caller number 15, you'll win a $50 gift card to Mellow Mushroom on a Mellow Mushroom Monday. All right, when we come back, we'll look at who the favorites are to cut down the nets. We'll do that coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you about Underdog. Speaking of cutting down the nets, it's upon us, baby. It's tournament time, and you know there's going to be a couple upsets. There's going to be a couple guys who play out of their minds. Underdog's the best place to get in on all the action. And playing on Underdog's so easy. You pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on their stats, points, rebounds, steals, whatever it is. You get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. I'll tell you what I'm going to be looking at on Underdog for the opening round. Darren Peterson of Kansas, who's one of the best players in the country, but I think in the tournament against Cal Baptist, it's going to be a slow game, and I'm going to say Darren Peterson goes lower on his points in that game. I think it's going to be an under, so I think just anything low is what I'm reaching for on Underdog. Download the app today. Use my promo code ALAMO. You'll score $50 in bonus entries when you play just $5. How about that? That's promo code ALAMO. Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-MY-RESET or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your commute, still have this trouble spot at 35 South approaching Weidner, northeast side of town. Now a disabled vehicle that was on fire at one point. It's been tapped out. Right lane still blocked, and that's a 17-minute delay. Slow from 1604 and still impacting traffic on the northbound side from 410 over to Weidner. Also, big thanks to that caller on the traffic tip line. Downtown had some debris in the roadway, 35 lower level, just past the 35 lower upper level split with a ladder that was taking up middle lane. So thanks for calling in. Again, that number is 210-785-2601 if you see something we're not talking about. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by MapQuest.
Before smartphones, there was MapQuest. Before GPS, there was MapQuest. Before Google Maps, there was MapQuest. And guess what? MapQuest is back. Now on your phone. No printer required. Download the MapQuest app on the App Store or visit mapquest.com.
Ready to feel like yourself again this spring? If low energy, weight gain, or low sex drive are holding you back, it may be time to check your testosterone. At Synergenics and Low T Center, you get TRT customized to your body and often covered by insurance. Their board-certified providers fine-tune your treatment to keep results strong, safe, and build around your goals. This month, take advantage of a free men's testosterone test, huge discounts on women's hormone testing, and savings on peptides. Book now at Synergenics.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying two phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
A small business affirmation from Progressive. Food truck owners, today business will be booming. People will love your new menu and not make special orders. You will not roll your eyes when someone calls it a quesadilla. You will also switch to Progressive to get 30 customizable coverage options and restore your inner peace. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Coverage is not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Monday on The Blitz, prepare to be disappointed. Jason and Joe back in the saddle.
I suppose they'll be talking about some basketball. I'm sure Cowboys will come up. They might even bring up college tournament. Who knows? It's The Blitz. Get here early. Party starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Take that, rewind it back. Lil Jon got the beat to make your booty go. Oh, good morning, everybody. Okay. Oh, what? Watch out.
This is the only way that song get more annoying. We add to it. How much money has that guy made just doing that?
I mean, what a life. I wish I had a catch line like,
I got an idea. That's all you got to do. He's got commercial gigs lined up. So, and action. Cut. Here's your check.
Damn. I should have thought of that. Yeah. Could have made a whole song out of it.
Yeah.
All right. The college basketball tournament. Oh yes. We're down to only 68 teams that have a chance to win a national championship. That's it. That's it.
68.
So there's Vegas money, and Vegas follows the lines. When was the last time? I'm sure we could find it. Where the odds-on favorite won. What's the percentages of that? When we look at the 64. And Vegas tells me the odds-on favorite. I wonder how often it truly pans out. I bet it's, as far as prognosticating, probably up there with the top 2 or 3. I mean, you always follow the money, right?
Let's see. The last time, man, it's been a while since I think like we've seen a.
Well, maybe picking the champ isn't the best way to do this. I think if you can get a team to the Final Four, if you can pick to the Final Four, which is pretty damn impressive, or you can come 2 or 3 of the Final Four, when we're talking about 1 in 92 or 120 billion, as an opportunity to get it perfect.
Who do you think the favorite is to win the tournament?
I would think Duke would be your odds-on moneyed favorite.
They are your favorite at 3-1. Who do you think's next?
Well, then now things get weird. I would think probably Michigan?
Plus 360, second favorite.
Arizona coming there.
Plus 390.
And then, I mean, we're obviously
the other number 1 seed is usually, but it's a pretty big gap. They're plus 750. Florida is, so there's a pretty big gap.
What's the best second number 2 seed? Like, is Houston the highest 2 seed?
Houston's got the best odds of the 2 seeds at 10-1. Iowa State at 15-1. UConn is 25-1. Purdue is they're not. Is Purdue Purdue's the other 2 seed. They're 25-1. The 3 seeds, Illinois is 19-1. So they've got better odds than 2 of the number 2 seeds at 19-1. Michigan State and Gonzaga, both 3 seeds, are both 40-1. And the other 3 seed is Virginia. They are 75-1.
Wow. There's money in that one.
Man. Then you get to the 4 seeds. Arkansas, the best betting 4 seed, is at 60-1. Kansas also at 60-1. And let me see, where's the other one? Alabama is 180-1 as a 4 seed. Corn 100-1. So if you like the 4 seeds, Nebraska and Alabama are certainly the longest shots of those. The best odds for a non-top 4 seed, who do you think it is?
Non-top 4 seed, I will go with top 4. I would have been Arkansas in there, but they are a 4. Give me my 5 seeds. Dead air, I love it. But how's Vanderbilt? Vanderbilt's a surprising one for me.
Vanderbilt's 75-1. They are the second shortest odds for a non-4 seed, non-top.
Who's
4
first?
Seed. St. John's 60-1. Is St. John's, who has beat UConn handily twice.
Yeah, this
is 60-1. UConn is 25-1.
This is
there
why
is no value on UConn.
Yeah, this is why you don't just jump in and do a bracket too fast.
Yeah,
because if you saw St. John's, the way they played and the environment they did it in, against the team they did it in, I can see how you're all in on this. But I think in the Colorado, when you do a little bit more of the research, like you're talking about, their top 20 wins, the bubble team wins, all the ones that really matter, that show how good you are against teams that you don't normally see, they don't measure up.
Yeah. Jose says he doesn't appreciate the Kansas Jayhawks slander this morning. Did you see Kansas score 49 points in a basketball game, a full-length basketball game? They scored 49 points.
What's the kid that transferred from St. Bonnie's, their little point guard, who's quick, but he's a very good St. Bonaventure guard. He's just an average Big 12 guard, and he can't shoot on top of that. So his quickness, if he gets a chance, can get you to the rim, but he doesn't have a lot to dish with. He does, and he has to have somebody always kind of step up and play above their pay grade to win games. There's just something about Kansas that's flawed.
Yeah,
man.
you're talking about Melvin Council. Yeah, one thing I do like about Kansas is they've got older players. Yeah. Like with the exception of Peterson and Tiller, they're a pretty experienced team. But I don't know. I don't see it. There's something wrong with that team clearly. And like I said, they scored 47 points against Houston. 47. That's a half.
It's humiliating is what it is, especially the time of the year and how good you were supposed to be playing. You couldn't even bust 50.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, and again, I think Kansas is one of those teams that's very good on their floor and very beatable when they're not on their floor. To the odds to reach the Final Four, Duke is minus 135 to reach the Final Four. This is weird. I shouldn't say that. Michigan is minus 130 to reach the Final Four in their bracket. Florida plus 165 in the South. Arizona minus 120. I think Arizona is the best bet to get to the Final Four, just because Purdue, Gonzaga, Arkansas. Yeah. I don't think any of those teams would match up well against Arizona. So I just think the draw is really convenient.
It
for
is.
Arizona.
They're so much bigger and stronger than anybody they're going to face.
But looking at the Texas teams to reach the Final Four, TCU is 130-1 to get through the East. That would mean beating Duke in round 2. So
we know that to make the Final Four, you can't be anything lower than an 11. No 12, 13 below has ever made the Final Four.
We've only had 1 8 seed ever even win this thing. So, I mean, the numbers tell us that strength of schedule and ranking and seeding and all that matters. So, the strength is where it should be. And I don't see any trend breaking this year. There might be a 6, 7, 8 team kind of scare somebody, but this is a very good upper echelon bracket.
If I were looking at, a dark horse, I think you could do worse than Texas Tech, and here's why. They can make threes, and they've got an NBA guard in Christian Anderson, and they can shoot the lights out. I wish they had Toppin because it made them two-dimensional, but they're well-coached, and because of the region they're in, I could see them as a dark horse to make the Final Four. They're 17-1 to make the Final Four. That's the Midwest bracket, which has Michigan, Iowa State, Virginia. Oddly, Michigan's a favorite, the 1 seed. Iowa State, the 2 seed, is your second favorite. Virginia, the 3 seed, your third. Tennessee, the 6 seed, is your 4th favorite. Texas Tech, the 4 seed, is your 5th favorite. And Alabama, the 4 seed, is your 6th favorite. So not much respect to Alabama in that one.
Well, I think you gave Tech the right kind of credit. They're a tough team. And the good news about Tech, and I'm not very high on them because is they've had a little bit of time to play without Toppin. It's not a new injury, and they've won games without him, good games, big games without him. So there's a confidence level, and defense always travels. Hustle always travels. Hustle always works, and I know they're going to bring that. And like you said, they're well coached. I just think they're coming to a gunfight with a handful of knives. I just don't think they're going to have enough to go very far.
Well, I think when we talk about the champions, I said this earlier. I think there's probably about 7 or 8 teams I could see winning the title, and I think I may have just trim it down because like I said a week ago, I thought maybe it was Houston and Illinois. I don't know that I think that about them anymore. I mean, I might be down to.
I think you got about 6, 7 teams.
Man, more than ever, it's hard for me to look at this and say a non-1 seed is going to win the national title. And normally, just as a person who likes to wager, normally I would love for there to be a 2 or a 3 seed that I could get behind. I just don't know that there is one this year.
The only one I'm circling is Virginia. That's the 3 seed. That's about the lowest seed I look at and go, you know what, you can win it. Now, there's some other teams that I believed in all year long. Illinois, I thought they had a shot. I thought Michigan was probably Final Four worthy. I still kind of believe that. But the one team that I didn't take account for all season long that has continued to play well is Virginia, and that's a 3 seed. That's we're talking about going deep to a 3. The other ones just seem to be and have been all year long the cream of the crop. Purdue is an interesting, they kind of leapfrog somebody, but I'm not surprised where they are because we thought they were going to be that good. They just had some doldrums in the middle of the year, but Purdue, I don't. What are they, a 2 seed now?
2 seed, yeah.
See, that's good, but they're not a 2 seed.
Well, they're a really good offensive team that has real questions on the defensive end.
Yeah, so
and that's the thing about when you get to this time of year, it's like you want a team that's balanced. You want a team that's good on offense and defense, and all 4 of the 1 seeds are top 10 KenPom on offense and defense. No other team outside the top outside the top 4 1 seeds, no other team can say that. The closest is Houston, who is 14 in offense and 5 on defense.
Do you still feel the same about Florida after what you saw? Because I know they were hot. They looked like everything was working right, and I didn't take away the fact that I felt like Florida might have called off the Dogs. That's the only
like they just said, okay, this ain't it. Well, let's move on to the next thing.
We don't want to give away too much. I don't want to put too much work on some kids. This might be a foregone conclusion. And by the way, we know what a title takes. We just did it. These guys know. I don't need a whole lot more other than, you want to hang the banner. You want to win the conference title, but I don't think it was as important as the national.
I don't think so either. I think I don't want to say they called off the Dogs, but I think they realized, all right, this ain't the game. Let's chill and see whatever. We're not worried about winning the SEC title at this point.
Yeah,
we got bigger fish to fry.
Because if that's not the case,
and remember, Florida, one thing that they've got going for them is they're an old team. Like freshmen, there won't be I bet there. If you said over under minutes played by a freshman in the tournament for Florida at like 14 and a half, Oh, they might get some in the first round. I should say that because they'll probably dominate.
Let me tell you, a Florida-Duke matchup scares the crap out of Duke.
Oh, no doubt.
the one thing we know that Florida brings is they're
Condon
huge.
and Chinyelu and Mitch Hangla, and they've got huge bodies to throw at you. Yeah, that'd be a problematic matchup for them. But they got to get there.
That's a long way from there. Yeah, we're 2 weeks away from that if it happens.
And looking at KenPom right here, the top 6 defenses in the country by KenPom, the 4 1 seeds, Houston and Iowa State, 2 seeds.
You know, where the coaches and the guys sitting in that room up there in Dallas, they're looking at defense, aren't they?
Yeah.
The top 5 seeds are the best defenses in the country.
Yeah. Top 6. Top 6. Yeah.
There's a bunch of coaches just happy as all get out today.
Yeah, I would say so. As far as the offenses, Purdue, the best offense, they're a 2 seed. Illinois, the second best, they're a 3 seed. Alabama's third, they're a 4 seed. Arkansas is down there, they're a 4 seed as well. So there's some different stuff with it when it comes to offense, but the defense, that was in line, the top dogs, all elite on that end. All right, we got 1 hour left, friends. We'll make it strong on a tournament Monday. It's the Morning Huddle, 94.1.
Riding the work with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. It's the Morning Huddle, KTFM Floresville.
This report is sponsored by WeatherBug.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here with my good friends from PrizePicks. I've got a little hint for you. I want you to go download PrizePicks right now. And if you remember the code ALAMO, you're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Remember, that's code ALAMO, and you'll get $50 in lineups. That's just from me to you. Now, let's talk about why you want to go get on PrizePicks, because right now is the best time to play PrizePicks, because the season's meat is there. We know what the teams are doing. We know who's going to get more or less. Now go capitalize. As college ends up, as the NBA pros head toward the playoffs, you know that Wemby's trending up. You know that Steph Castle's trending up. You know that certain guys are trending down. Now's the time to go play. So when you're playing basketball and you are winning, remember what PrizePicks does for you? If they start out fast, you can go ahead and cash out before the game's even over. That's why I love PrizePicks. Also, you got good picks? Share them on social media. They're going to help you do that. PrizePicks is fantastic because being right is good. Being right more is better. But man, it feels so good to be right.
The St. Patty's Day parties at the Roo Pub are legendary, and this year it will be the biggest St. Patrick's Day party ever. An all-day block party starting at 11 a.m. The green beer will be flowing, live music with Finding Friday on the outdoor stage from 6 to 9. DJs at both the Roo and Angry Elephant before and after the band. It's an all-day party March 17th, and this year is going to be bigger and better than ever before. So plan now to celebrate St. Patrick's Day the right way at the Roo Pub and Angry Elephant, 281 in Redland Road.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. For the past 32 years, I've represented San Antonians injured in auto accidents. I'm a second-generation attorney here in town. My father, Bob Thompson, has practiced law here in San Antonio for more than 50 years, and I learned how to practice law from him. I learned what it means to be asked to represent a client and the tremendous honor and obligation that comes with being someone's attorney. And here's what that means for you. If you call my office, I will be the one you speak to. I will be your attorney, not a staff member or a junior lawyer. 2, I have one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. 3, relationships. A good one is built on communication, honesty, and time. I like talking to my clients. They're the only reason I go to work every day, and each is very special and very much appreciated. If you or a family member has been injured in an auto collision, please call me. My name's Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 900-0400. Or you can go to my website, alawyerforus.com.
Calling all flag football fans, HEB and the Dallas Cowboys are bringing back the Dallas Cowboys Flag Football Classic, presented by HEB. Join us Saturday, March 21st from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Star Complex Center in San Antonio to watch local youth flag football teams take the field, hang with Rowdy at the Dallas Cowboys Hall of Fame trailer, and more. For more details, visit dallascowboys.com/HEB flag today.
Healthy vision is about more than seeing clearly. It's about going beyond. From comprehensive eye care with the latest technology to advanced vision solutions that provide deep insights into your overall health. And with doctors who build lasting relationships founded on trust, ensuring that every detail is taken care of. I choose Vision Source to never miss out on life's precious moments. Vision Source, beyond your eyes.
Meet Morgan Jones. Morgan is about to step into a world unknown to most, thanks to Progressive's Renters Insurance, a place of fresh linens and turn-down service. You see, Morgan temporarily vacated her apartment and has gone to a hotel because a pipe burst in her apartment. A pipe that made her sense of reality and apartment ceiling all come crashing down. Luckily, Morgan checked into Progressive's Protection Zone. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers.
Get ready to swing into the official ultimate after-party experience at 90 Proof Bar and Grill. We're turning up the excitement after the big tournament with an epic celebration. See you at 90 Proof Bar and Grill, corner of Lucky Ranch and Highway 90, 90 Proof Bar and Grill.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you get into your commute, still have this trouble spot at 35 South approaching Weidner, northeast side of town. Now a disabled vehicle that was on fire at one point. It's been tapped out. Right lane still blocked, and that's a 17 minute delay. Slow from 1604 and still impacting traffic on the northbound side from 410 over to Weidner. Also, big thanks to that caller on the traffic tip line. Downtown had some debris in the roadway, 35 lower level, just past the 35 lower upper level split with a ladder that was taking up middle lane. So thanks for calling in. Again, that number is 210-785-2601 if you see something we're not talking about. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In college basketball, the tournament field is set. The Texas Longhorns are got to play their way in, though, as they will take action tomorrow night in a battle of 11 seeds with North Carolina State for the right to take on 6-seed BYU in the round of 64. Your top 4 seeds are Duke, Arizona, Michigan, and Florida. Texas Tech's a 5 seed. They're going to play Akron. And A&M landed a 10th seed. They're going to play the 7th seeded St. Mary's Gales. In the NBA, the San Antonio Spurs closed out their 6-game homestand Saturday with a 115-102 win over the Charlotte Hornets. Wemby had 32, 12, and 8 with 4 blocks in the win. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey-o, 9:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey-o.
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 Hey-o. Why's my microphone loose? I got a loosey-goosey here. I don't know. Minix, probably. Probably he moves it up too high, and you know.
Well, I got here today, and there was a strange set of headphones. We had somebody.
I'm all for a strange set of cans.
We had strangers in our. What I'm getting at is we had strangers in our studio, leaving their cans all about.
Well, we do have a weekend show, so that's probably.
I don't know who they were.
I mean, listen, strange cans are never a bad.
Well, depending on how round they are.
That's right. Or firm. How firm were they?
Even.
All I'm looking for is an ass I can bounce a quarter off. That's all I chase.
Are they even?
Would you? I think you would.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't like Yaz.
I don't like.
See, if it
I don't
wasn't
like
for
this song
Yaz,
either.
you'd have never gotten this.
I don't like this song either. I only like what this song represents.
Right. Well, that first one kind of does too.
Well, if that song was better, it would have been in a movie. NBA is going to hold a vote at the Board of Governors meetings next week to explore adding the expansion teams in Las Vegas and Seattle. Two franchises being targeted to start play in the 28-29 season. And looks like the momentum is moving forward, taking bids for those franchises, which means they've decided on the cities. The NHL, two of its most recent expansion teams came with Vegas and Seattle. That, in fact, their two most recent came there. The NFL moved there recently. The A's are moving. Vegas has become a full-blown sports town.
It's a gold mine. It's more than a sports town. It's a sports town times X. Because everybody, you're never going to play in front of an empty seat. Now, you might not be playing in front of your fans, but there'll never be an empty seat because it's a destination kind of thing.
It would have been the person who had the foresight to move the first team to Vegas was going to print money.
Well, I think they wanted to go forever. They just had to get the wink and the nod from those that said gambling was going to ruin stuff. Now the buy-in now is between $6 and $8 billion, right? That's about where we're thinking to get yourself a big old pretty franchise like that, especially in Vegas. I bet Vegas costs more than Seattle, but whatever the cost is.
Industry executives project proposals in the $7 to $10 billion range for each team.
So $20 billion. You know what happens? You know where that buy-in goes?
But it also estimates that both markets would be among the NBA's top 8 revenue generators.
And keep in mind, we've got what $400 million TV deal that's going to up more than $1 billion. That's take my money. Take my money. If you're not trying to buy an NBA franchise, if you don't leverage every penny you have, you don't understand sports economics. It is a guaranteed profit. You are guaranteeing 20% profit every year if they will take your money.
Yeah.
No one loses money on a franchise. No one. You could buy a WNBA franchise and make money. $8 billion is a pittance. If take $10 billion to move to Vegas, you'll recoup that in 10 years.
Yeah.
It's just a license to print money. But this also tells me that they've sped up expansion a little bit, that the owners are feeling a little bit of a pinch. This is all this money goes directly to the owners. This is in their pocket. They get to charge for property that they have created out of thin air, and they're going to split $20 billion amongst the 30 owners.
Now, the question becomes for me, what do they do as far as divisions?
Let's take this opportunity to right some wrongs and fix some things. Because I'll tell you, probably 90% of NBA fans don't give a crap what division they're in.
I will say, but this would take you to 32. If I were the NBA, I would always be trying to do whatever the NFL thinks is smart is probably smart. Go to four divisions of 4.
I don't even know if we need divisions anymore. I'd just put 16 and 16. We got 2 conferences, and let's go to town. Top 8, go.
Because I think the scheduling would be way easier if you had, you had the 6 games a year against whatever.
Do you want to create
your division opponents?
You're going a different direction. You want to create regional rivalries.
Yeah,
I'm looking at. I want the top 8 to go to the playoffs. I don't care where you're from. I don't care about division title. Who's hanging a banner to beat New Orleans and Utah? I get it back in the day, but now 32 teams. And why do I only get to see New York once a year? Why can't I see the Knicks twice?
I mean, there's some teams out, maybe we find a way to play everybody twice or twice at home and twice away or something like that.
Well, if you did that, you have to just get rid of conferences
Well,
altogether.
that's what I'm saying. Maybe we just go
like
top 16 teams go and there are no more conferences. I say that without full research. I do like the idea of two different conferences. I do like the idea of East and West. But some of it is, now that we have an opportunity to kind of add something, maybe we allow to kind of expand, because New York comes to town once a year. Boston comes to town once a year. That's nice, but it would be nice for Wemby to be able to go to the East more than once a year. I'm sure the Knicks would like to see Wemby show up and play in the Garden more than once. And, I think there might be an opportunity to kind of change some things around to kind of please the fans a bit.
Well, I can almost guarantee with Seattle and Vegas coming in that it changes
your West heavy.
The Southwest division, which the Spurs play in, will look different because my guess is Memphis and New Orleans, the two most geographically eastern teams that play in the Western Conference, also happen to be two teams that have no real long-term ties to anybody in the Western Conference. Those are the easiest ones to move.
I wouldn't be. If they went to the Spurs? So guess what? We're moving you to the East. Would you be upset?
I would, yeah, because they can't move the Spurs, Rockets, and Mavericks, and they have to keep those together.
Well, I'm just saying if they got rid of whatever, and I just feel like we could probably do something. I don't know how much we need to fix it. I just think divisions are stupid.
So I don't. I think the smart thing to do would be to go to 4-team divisions
and play those teams more than others.
Yeah, and I think if the geographically the way it would work out, I think it would be Rockets, Spurs, Mavericks, and Thunder. And
that's a division of death, man.
Well, I mean, depends on the year. I mean, the Mavericks are bums right now.
I think you get to live in the East, your life is better. I think if you're playing in the East, your life is about 20% easier.
That's probably fair. But yeah, I think that there is going to be sort of a shift. My guess is we get a division where it's like Lakers, Clippers, Vegas, and Phoenix. We get a Warriors, Kings, Blazers, Seattle.
Yeah.
And then you get Jazz, Nuggets,
Minnesota, maybe.
Jazz, Nuggets, Minnesota, and who would be the last one of those? I guess. But either way, I think that's the way it's going to end up working out. I think they're going to go to what the NFL model is because NFL's usually right about these things.
But we just have so many more games with the NBA that I feel like we could pepper some things through. And when I watched Charlotte on Saturday, I thought, you know what? I get to see Charlotte 5 times in 5 years. It just seems like I'd like to be able to see that young team a little bit more often. That's the only thing I'm crossing my mind.
Yeah, I mean you will always just get. I mean the East is always going to, as long as there's conferences, you're going to get a home and home with the other conference.
We got 82. You think we'd be able to spread that out a bit? Maybe they do like the NFL does do. Every year you play that conference a little bit more. Maybe you go into that division every other 4th year and you're playing the East just a little bit more. You play in Boston 2 and 2.
I wouldn't mind that. I mean, like maybe if you've got the 4-team divisions, you could set it up like that.
Start rotating. Well, this year, guess what? We get the benefit of the New Orleans Pelicans, Memphis, Nashville, those kind of easier runs, and it's a good year for that. Maybe we play that first versus first all the way down. Now, see, you throw spaghetti against the wall, and every now and then something sticks, and this might be it.
Yeah, I don't mind that. But it is going to certainly change the way it looks. And again, Vegas and Seattle, which are not Seattle specifically, I mean, you're very limited on. It's a tough travel. Let's face it. Them and Portland are already tough travel spots to begin with. So you're going to want to limit how much those teams have to travel. My guess is pairing them with the Blazers, Kings, and Warriors. Which, by the way, Kings and Warriors are. I don't know. It's probably
a bus.
I mean, Sacramento is probably as close, if not closer, to Portland than it is to L.A. So LA is an easy one to move to. It just feels like geographically it will make some things a lot easier.
Well, this is the other thing that we have to consider. The sooner they expand, the sooner there's going to be an expansion draft.
Yes, and that will also have to take place.
Never fun.
No, but I wonder what the rules will be because the NHL they did it once and it was like
they created a champion.
They're like we can't do this again. Everybody's so mad at how they did it with Vegas because basically, but also what that meant was if a team was willing to spend money, if the new franchises are willing to spend money, they can compete really quickly. And I don't think the NHL is mad that Vegas competed really quickly.
No, I think it worked out well for the league. It's just for those old school teams that have never been any good to suddenly see a team show up and within a year carry a trophy home. That was a kick in the nuts.
Yeah, that's not always fun. But they'll. I'm interested to see what they do with that. I do think, though, we're going to see a shift in how these teams are, how they're put together. As far as the regionalization.
So the Spurs, remember, you could only protect 8 players.
Yeek. I think that'd be easy for the Spurs.
Oh, we'll see. We remember there'll be a draft or two in between this time and again. So
that's true.
There's some player. There's going to be a player that we love. We're going to have to wave goodbye to.
Yeah.
And that's 2 teams drafted, not one.
Yeah. And I don't think it'll be. Well, it might be because there's 30 teams right now. Let's assume there's 30 players taken. I think it's going to be like once they take one player off the team, that's it. Yeah. So that's what they would do. That would make sense. That way, but that team would draw 15 players. One from every franchise has to give up one.
It's been a long time, but supplemental drafts suck. It does because you always players leave teams they're liked. These are the guys that are middling, that are playing well, that you're not paying a whole lot of money to, that you hope nobody notices. And you lose guys you like, and everybody's going to lose one.
This is the kind of this is where you lose a Julian Champagny.
Absolutely, it is. Exactly. Those glue guys that made a difference, that aren't the stars you didn't really want to protect, but you certainly didn't want to lose.
Or it depends on if you're overpaying a guy.
Well, then
it's a good opportunity to.
It is a chance to bail on some money, and they'll take some on so they have some free agency availability quicker than later, or quicker than they could have had, but. I just remember the last time there was a supplemental draft. It's a tough time when everybody's sitting begging them not to take their guy.
But I love it. I love the idea of expansion teams trying to put together a roster based on picking and choosing off of other teams.
It's a rare opportunity. You get this about every 30 years.
So hopefully that gets done, and the NBA expands to 32. How about that? Although the annoying part, I mean, I'll be glad though, because at 32 at least. Only half the league goes to the playoffs. My biggest gripe is with the NBA. Like making the playoffs means nothing because
you're right.
Over half the teams make the playoffs. If over half the teams make the playoffs, it ain't that hard.
And you can get there fast. You're right. And we want to see quick improvement. We got enough teams tanking, but I think that combination. I do think this though. The argument for a long time was we don't have enough stars. We don't have enough good players to fill 32 rosters. I think that'll be proven very wrong very quickly.
I think so too. All right, let's take a break. We'll see what's going on in the world outside of sports. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Working a trouble spot downtown at 35 northbound Laredo, Ceballos left lane. A little bit of stop and go from 90 I-10 Nogalitos. I-10 eastbound at 410. That wreck is in the right lane. Has you stop and go from Wurzbach. Did clear that earlier vehicle fire at 35 southbound approaching Walsham. Get reports of some malfunctioning traffic lights at 1604, both directions, northbound, southbound, right at FM 1976, Gibbs Sprawl Road over to I-10. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Want a great way to boost your brand? Custom labels at Staples will help packages pop, shipments stand out, and takeout boxes really take off. Shop now through April 18th and save 30% on all custom labels. Staples, that was easy.
The Valero Texas Open is a can't-miss event. Here's your chance to enjoy food, drinks, and the world's best PGA Tour pros as they tee it up at TPC San Antonio. You won't want to miss the unforgettable, unexpected, and winning moments at the Valero Texas Open. Proceeds help us continue a long-standing tradition of giving back to our community. Buy tickets on ValeroTexasOpen.com and join us April 2nd through the 5th.
Free products and services are the best. They're next to non-existent, though. But the next best thing does exist. Barter. Alamo Barter. Right here in San Antonio, if you have a business and provide a product or service, you can barter with hundreds of other businesses that are already members. From trips to a medical visit, restaurants, and home services, Alamo Barter is a great way for you to trade out your skills with others. Call Alamo Barter or visit them online at alamobarter.com. alamobarter.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hi, my name's Jason Thompson. I've lived in San Antonio for more than 50 years. Went to grade school, high school, and graduated from law school right here. San Antonians have trusted me as their attorney after serious injury and fatality collision since 1994. My website is alawyerforus.com. Why a lawyer for us? Well, after several years of practice, I watched as insurance companies created their own law firms solely to defend against auto claims. Today, there are very few insurance companies that do not have their own captive law firm filled with attorneys whose job is to minimize what the insurance company has to pay on an auto claim. If you or a family member is injured in a traffic collision, you will need your own attorney. Just remember alawyerforus.com. For many lawyers you see on billboards, your case will be handled by a non-lawyer or a staff lawyer. If you call me, Jason Thompson, I will be the lawyer you speak with. The initial consultation is always free. If you or a family member needs an experienced attorney you can trust, I want you to call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 900-0400. That's 210-900-0400 or alawyerforus.com.
As America's #1 motorcycle insurer, Progressive has your back.
Oh, like replacing my bike in case of an accident?
Progressive's total loss coverage can help with that.
Great. And you also agree with me that my riding club should ride to the aquarium instead of cruising around a mountain, right?
Actually, we just do insurance. We don't vote in riding clubs.
Nice. 2 votes for the turtle exhibit.
To be clear, Progressive has your back for insurance only. So get a quote and see if you can save.
What are you, some kind of turtle hater?
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Covered subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-922-1284. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284. 800-922-1284.
You're listening to The Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
$9:21. Gibbs says, ChatGPT says, if done today, Spurs would protect Wemby, Fox, Castle, Vassell, Johnson, Champagny, Bryant, Cornette, leaving out Harper.
Oh, that's wrong.
I don't believe that. But also something you could keep in mind is, but if this is 29 or 20, if for the 28-29 season or 27-28, like you have to take into account, like, are we going to be able to pay this guy? Because by the time you pay Wemby what you're going to pay him, and you pay Steph Castle what you're going to pay him, well, man, you can only have so many guys that you're paying top-end money. Maybe you do leave off a guy who's going to have to get max money and say, boy. Well, if Vegas wants to take him, they're going to have to pay him a max deal.
No, you're right. That's what I was getting at. It's a tough time, man, because it's kind of like choosing which one of your kids you love the most. Like, sorry, Dylan, love you, but I can find another one look just like you.
Yeah, it's tough decisions, man, tough decisions. All right, I always like to see what's going on in the world outside of sports here. And last night, the 98th Academy Awards were presented.
I played rapt attention, watched the whole damn thing.
At the Dolby Theater.
Yeah. I had a family kind of, we were drinking and we had picks going on. It was kind of a full one.
It's very important to remember that this event, which is the biggest, it's the biggest night in entertainment of the year, takes place in a mall that has a Hot Topic and a Lids. Just throwing that out there. It is literally in a mall on Hollywood Boulevard that has a Hot Topic in it. And that's where they give out the Oscars. So everybody shows up in their suits and ties and their tuxedos, and they walk right by the Foot Locker on their way to
Their award.
You don't get to see that though. But
yeah, they don't show you that part. But that was the I'll say this: One Battle After Another, which won Best Picture last night.
Mm-hmm.
I watched this movie.
At least we saw it. That's a step up from normal.
So it won Best Picture, it won Best Adapted Screenplay, it won Best Director. If you haven't seen this movie and you asked me, what do you think of that movie? I'd go,
it's a fever dream.
It's not a bad movie.
No.
I don't think I want to watch it again.
No, why would you?
It's
well, there's some interesting. The part that Sean Penn played was just so freaking outrageous.
It's weird. He's a weird, and by the way, he won Best Supporting Actor.
He should have. I mean, he was out there. I actually had voted for Delroy Lindo from Sinners, but I get why he got it because it was a gonzo character in a gonzo movie.
It was just it was chaos, and it was a movie that. Like you sit there for 2 hours and it's like,
and it goes by fast. It's not one of those you go, how much time I got left in this? But yeah, I will give it that. It entertained me from front to back. But so did several. I saw more movies this year than I had previously, and I made a point of watching a couple ahead of time. Like I had not seen that Marty, whatever the ping pong movie. It ain't a ping pong movie. Kind of a ping pong movie. That's another fever dream of a movie.
Yeah, I don't go for ping pong movies.
It's really not that. But it's kind of set against it. That was the same way. Like ping pong in the 50s, who the hell cares?
Well, remember, so the other Begonia,
which I have no desire to see.
I started watching and I watched it for about 15, 20 minutes. I looked at my wife and said, I don't want to watch this. I don't like this movie.
What is it about Jesse Plemons that I both want to watch and can't watch at the same time?
He's so weird looking to me. I don't like him.
Then you combine that with what's her name with her shaved bald head. It was just it's too much.
Okay.
I can't get into this.
The best actor you mentioned.
He played two roles. That's why he gets.
Well, first of all, Paul Thomas Anderson won Best Director for One Battle After Another. Jessie Buckley in Hamnet won Best Actress in a Leading Role. And then Michael B. Jordan won in Sinners.
I love that movie. That
it was the best movie I saw this year.
Right?
It was very good. I liked the best supporting actress went to Amy Madigan in Weapons, and I loved that movie.
Yeah, she was crazy. She played a good role. She deserved it.
Yeah, she was creepy.
Yeah.
Very, very
For someone that didn't used to be creepy, that now acted creepy, she deserved it.
Sean Penn won the best supporting actor, although my favorite part of the One Battle After Another movie was Benicio del Toro.
Yeah, he stole the movie.
I thought he was great, and I thought he might win that.
Movie,
yeah, he's good. But yeah, Sean Penn wins that with a very odd performance. Best original screenplay went to Ryan Coogler for Sinners, and basically it was a night where. One Battle After Another and Sinners won damn near everything.
Yeah, back and forth.
Best score went to Sinners, which I thought the music in that movie was so great.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was one of those two movies all night, and
the show itself, it wasn't outrageous. Of course, you had.
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch any.
There
of
wasn't.
it.
I mean, we had a couple of Free Palestines and a couple, certainly the digs at Trump and the best documentary and the Melania stuff. But for the most part, it was not.
Melania didn't win.
That was a lot of jokes about that, but there was there was nothing that happened in it other than the tribute to Rob Reiner and the tributes to Maureen McGovern that just passed, and Diane Keaton were very touching. Both of those those were well done.
Is Maureen McGovern the mom from Home Alone?
Yeah, her.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And Schitt's Creek and all that. Yeah. So they did a great job, especially with the Rob Reiner thing, because it was so personal, and so many people were so close to him that it was touching.
Well, did you feel like the you said Sinners was your favorite movie of the year? Then you felt like the awards were probably pretty fair. It was
it was fair. Again, Paul Thomas Anderson is such a great talent, and his perspective's kind of a little skewed sometimes. So I get the fact that he's doing things that I'm not comfortable with, but I certainly understand why he got it, because he got great performances out of three great actors who we talked about the way that Sean Penn was portrayed. He got Best Actor, and supporting DiCaprio could have easily gotten that. And you look at what Benny Del Toro did, and he didn't even get anything. So I get why he got awarded, because his actors did a great job.
Timothée Chalamet got a lot of grief for basically saying that ballet and opera are dying.
No one cares.
Yeah, no one cares about it anymore. And
he's right. I hate to say it.
That's what I said.
But
too.
You're not allowed to say that in mixed company amongst a bunch of actors.
But also, dude, you're there because you made a ping pong movie. So maybe let's.
Right?
But people have been saying that about ballet and opera for 200 years, and it's still here. I mean, we've all said it's not the thing for the common man anymore, and it's really not. It doesn't mean it doesn't need to exist, but don't get all uppity, guys. It's really not that big a deal. I'd say 99% of us have never seen a ballet, and right there with an opera, never seen it, never will.
I can't believe also Timothée Chalamet got Kylie Jenner. I mean, what a pull.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's
Admiral
notch
in
on
Dune,
the belt.
too, he had Zendaya, too. He's working. It's working out well.
I don't know how big Timothée Chalamet is.
He's a little dude.
He looks like a
little pipsqueak.
He's a paperweight.
Yeah.
Like a small little bitty rock.
He's kind of a man, I guess, but I don't know. Come on, Kylie, you could upgrade there, girl.
How tall is he?
I don't know. She's as tall as him.
Well, I mean, I guess she's probably wearing heels, but she's not. It's not. He's not huge compared to her. Let's just say that. I don't know. Maybe I'm biased, but I think a woman should want to be with a manly man, a big, strong,
big schlub.
That's
like
right.
Like a Momoa?
A dad bod.
A big morning talk radio host.
Right. That's what Kylie Jenner should have wanted.
He's
looking
5'10".
at the wrong place.
He's pretty.
That dude's not 5'10", I assure you.
Yeah, he is.
He's heightening.
No, dude, the internet's lying to you is what I'm saying.
All right, then he's 1.78 meters tall.
I don't believe he's 5'10". There's no way. And if he is 5'10", he weighs like 120 pounds. He's just he's a wee lad. He's a wee lad.
And Kylie Jenner's 5'6".
Okay. Yeah, I'm not buying that then. I'm going I'll go he's 5'8".
I just Googled, is he really 5'10"? I said, yes, Timothée Chalamet is generally cited as being 5'10", though his slight build and lean proportions sometimes make him appear shorter to others.
He just he's very tiny.
154 pounds. Yeah, he's a
crap bigger than that.
I do too. 154 pounds. That's a grown man, you're telling me.
The wind would have blew him away yesterday.
Yes, that's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. Florida man. Now this is are you a karaoke guy?
No.
This surprises me some because you feel like you're the kind of person who after a few beers, you're like, hey,
if I could come back as another person, I'd come back as Tom Jones in 1968. But no, I do not appreciate nor do I perform karaoke. It makes my face sweat. I'm embarrassed for everybody involved.
Because you strike me as a guy who, when the party's going, you're like, hey, let's all have some fun here. I'm wearing my chicken shirt. I'm wearing my chicken shirt. We're singing.
I'm not a public singer.
Okay,
I'm just not.
Well, neither is Aaron Jablonski, apparently. He is a 35-year-old man who he pled guilty to aggravated assault and gun charges with an incident last year outside a sports bar in Clearwater. He's got some karaoke rage.
So do I, actually.
Is that a thing?
Is that a real psychological term?
Police reported that Jablonski became enraged upon learning that the bar's karaoke machine was broken.
Sucks.
He was upset about the music. They tried to get Jablonski to calm down. Instead of cooling off, he pulled out a Glock 9mm and pointed at the man, saying, "I don't effing care." And he fired a round off in the air. All because the karaoke machine, they told him the karaoke machine wasn't going to be operable that night.
He had big plans.
Man, they just had to turn it on.
He was going to be a jukebox hero with stars in his eyes.
He was going to impress somebody that night. He had his Brooks and Dunn song already worked out. He had already worked out the moves.
Right?
He's like, I got friends.
Oh, yeah.
Low. Hold on. He's in the bathroom like, low.
How can I get more low?
He's like, remember in 8 Mile when Eminem's in the bathroom before he goes on stage, and he's like, that guy's in the bathroom like, low places, low.
Damn it. Ready. Practiced all night. We'll do it live. Just hand me a mic.
Or he was like, yeah. Take that, rewind it back.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. We have one segment left in the entirety of our show, and then we're going to be all done, friends, all done for the day. But we are going to take a look at the daily line, see where Vegas is trying to take our money, and we're going to try to take some of theirs. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
4. All right, fellas, quick heads up. The 94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic at the Golf Club of Texas on Monday, March 30th. Yeah, it's officially sold out. 4. But don't worry, you can still be part of the fun. Join us after the round for the ultimate golf after party at 90 Proof Bar and Grill at Lucky Road Ranch and Highway 90. Cold drinks, great food, and about 1,000 exaggerated stories about the one drive that almost hit the fairway. The sold-out Spring Golf Classic, presented by Flight by Yingling and sponsored by Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, Jim Beam, and Sarah Auto Group, On the Rocks Premium Cocktails, PPL Motorhomes, and Hornitos Tequila.
Flight by Yingling is the presenting sponsor of the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Spring Golf Tournament on March 30th, and they're giving you the chance to win big. Register now to win a set of custom golf clubs valued at $2,800. Imagine hitting the course with custom clubs while enjoying a crisp Flight by Yingling, just 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. Head to yingling.com/golf to enter. No purchase necessary. Must be 21 or older to win. Enjoy responsibly. DG Yingling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
If you've been thinking about buying a new or pre-owned car, truck, or SUV, think Ancira.com. Browse through thousands of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, SUVs, and RVs. Shop for your next new Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Ford, Buick, or GMC. Looking for an import? We have a huge selection of Kias, VWs, and Nissans. For your home away from home, a full line of RVs and campers. And you'll always get the lowest Ancira price, in-store or online at Ancira.com.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
George gets justice. If you've been injured, get George, because George gets justice. With over 100 years of combined experience and a relentless dedication to your case, the attorneys at George Salinas Injury Lawyers will fight for what's right. If you've been injured and it's not your fault, get George and get the compensation you deserve. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Out on the course, they're the PGA Tour's best players. But in the arena, they're prime time. And Season 2 of TGL presented by SoFi is back with lights, cameras, action. We're talking big moments, big personalities, big names in the stands, all on the big screen. Big-time matchups with shot clocks, hammer drops, timeouts, overtime, and playoffs. It's city versus city, squad versus squad. The sport just hits different under the lights. It's TGL presented by SoFi. Keep up. It's golf. Tune into every match. Only on ESPN.
Okay, class, let's begin.
Psst, love your boots. I just sold a pair like that on eBay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it took like 2 seconds to list, and they sold almost immediately. I've been selling everything lately. Some chunky boots, a faux fur coat I never wore, and a vintage chair that was more of an expensive clothing rack.
You know, I actually bought these on eBay. Wait, are you Kitty Sell Stuff from Brooklyn?
Okay, quiet, please.
Find what you love, sell what you don't. eBay. Things people love.
Jackson Hewitt has a great tax prep deal, $149 or less. Missing out is like ignoring the check engine light in your car. You'll regret it. Seriously, the price is only $149 or less, no matter how complicated. So don't wait. Like when you get a password expires today alert or you're shopping online and there's only one item left. It's like your taxes are in the cart. Just complete the purchase. Hurry! This deal for $149 or less is like your phone at 1%. It's about to power down. Limited time offer for new clients on federal returns. Participating locations only. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/149.
During Lowe's Pro Savings Days, the job works in your favor. My Lowe's Pro Rewards members buy more and save more on the materials they rely on every day. Get up to 25% off select molding when you spend $1,000 or more, and up to 25% off Pergo Evercraft laminate flooring. Put Pro Savings Days to work for you. Members get more at Lowe's. Valid through 3/27. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowes.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hell yeah, Bubba. Axeman and the Bobcat.
Lock it in and rip the knob off.
Motorcycle. My motorcycle and a switchblade knife.
My motorcycle.
Girls. Girls love motorcycles and switchblade knives.
Is that your motorcycle over there?
Is that your switchblade knife?
Are those, remember you have a switchblade? That's illegal.
I had a switchblade comb.
Ooh.
Remember those?
Ooh, Rob says, do I remember
Do
that?
I remember?
Right.
I still
He's
got
got-
one.
he still
I got a
uses
pocket.
it.
It's a samurai comb, man.
They won't let him bring it on the plane.
No,
He's
man,
got to check it in his bag.
It is a weapon.
Yeah, I remember when I was 10 years old, I got a pocket knife, a big pocket knife for my birthday. And the following year, I got that Rambo knife.
Oh, man.
Remember where you
you could screw it and it had the little
it had
little
matches
power
in there.
cord
Yeah. And a
Those-
compass.
Man, you were well on your way to being a real American hero.
And then I got a 410 shotgun the following year. Yeah, we grew up different.
You were raised right.
Yeah.
You didn't, did you carry that knife when you were in the Navy, Vic?
No, I couldn't carry it.
You don't have a field knife that you carried with you?
We couldn't even carry pagers.
What?
Yeah, we didn't. It was the beeper time. We couldn't carry them.
In the Air Force, our butlers carried all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I've always carried a pocket knife. Still do.
I don't.
I've been confiscated many times. I have to keep a bucket of them. But
I'd like to have one.
Yeah.
I'd like to have like a finely crafted pocket knife. I haven't found one that I love yet, though.
It's a worthy pursuit. It's a worthy pursuit.
Once you see it, you'll know it's the one.
I still have my my K-bar knife, like my field knife from when I was in the Army, in my
under your pillow.
No, it's in my gun safe because it's like it's like that big. Like
I knew a ranger.
All you can
type
do
like
with
you.
it is kill people.
Well,
I mean,
a man without a knife is a man without a life. That's what,
right.
Isn't that a ranger saying? I think
you figure out how to fight when your gun is on empty, when all you got is your hands and your knife. And I'm a trained weapon, Vic.
That's what that.
Look at this body.
Man, look at that.
Trained
I have
assassin.
Killing
register
machine.
these hands with the local government.
I'd take one swipe with that knife and be like, whoo!
These are killing
Hold on,
machines.
time out.
Oh!
Go to your corner.
Hey, whoa, settle down. Let me catch my breath, and then we'll have this night fight. Right now, it ain't fair. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do, boys. We'll take a look at the Daily Lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
All right. The World Baseball Classic, ladies and gentlemen. Keiter Montero and Team Venezuela.
Who?
Keiter Montero. He's a major leaguer.
Yeah.
He's taking on Michael Lorenzen of Italy. Montero and the Venezuelans are minus 190 favorites. They are minus 1.5 juiced on the run line. So Venezuela favored to be the opponent of Team USA
Is Lorenzen
tomorrow.
an Italian name?
Sure. Lorenzen. Hey, Lorenzen.
Oh, man.
I mean, if it were Lorenzo, it'd be more Italian.
You would have had me, but Lorenzen?
Yeah. Hey,
Check your birth certificate.
There's a restaurant in Houston called Lorenzo's.
Lorenzo's.
Hey, it's a good spot. Hey,
I'll take that one.
yeah. They got the good prime of rib that you like.
I don't go to Sven's for Italian food.
That's true. But yeah, the Venezuela projected to be the opponent for Team USA tomorrow. In the Association of National Basketball, the Orlando Magic are in Atlanta. This was supposed to be the night. This was the night, Magic City night.
Oh, well, thanks, Luke Cornett.
Luke Cornett, you pearl-clutching
do-gooder.
Crybaby
Just think of what
ass.
the halftime we could have had, and the lemon pepper juice all over the floor.
Slopping their
party. And what's
eating them wangs?
What's Crystal gonna do now?
I know.
Gotta go to work.
And the Hawks are favored by 2.5. I'll be honest, just based on narrative, I would back the Magic today. I think the whole organization's been thrown off by this drastic change in plan. So give me Orlando Magic tonight.
So they were going to have the Magic City party the night the Magic came to town.
Yeah, it was a perfect fit. It was a perfect storm.
I wonder if Orlando would have figured that out. This isn't for us.
I don't know. It was the perfect storm, and Luke Cornett ruined it for everyone. Thanks a lot.
This goes to what a strongly written letter will do. To whom it may concern.
Oh, choir boy Cornett.
I didn't know up until this moment that he was from Texas.
Luke Cornett?
Yeah, he went to Liberty. He went to Liberty Christian up there in North Dallas. So it was.
Now it's all coming together. Man, altar boy. That's all you.
Say a little prayer against him.
Yep. All right. Golden State's at the Wizards. The Warriors are 7.5-point favorites on the road. Phoenix catching 8.5 as they go up to Boston tonight. Portland is at Brooklyn. Portland laying 10.5.
Wow.
I'll say the same thing I said when they played the Jazz the other day. Portland shouldn't be double-digit favorites on the road.
That's a huge number.
I think I'd back the Nets. It ain't fun. I mean, it sucks backing a terrible team that wants to lose. But again, so were the Jazz, and the Jazz worked out. Mavericks are at the Pelicans. Oh man, this is a sad state of affairs for the Dallas Mavericks.
Did you see them win last night?
Yeah. Yep. Well, now they are 8.5-point dogs at the Pelicans. Oh my gosh.
They went in and beat the Knicks, and they're 8.5-point dogs the next day.
Yes.
Well, I think I like me some Mavs tonight.
I don't.
Really? You don't think they can't even hold it within 8.5?
I think it's a letdown after that.
They destroyed the Knicks.
The Grizz, Foshizzle, my Grizzle, the Grizzlies are plus 6.5 at the Bulls. Imagine laying 6.5 points with the Bulls. No thanks.
They're running the other
I'll
direction.
pass on that. Here's one I like. Give me the Lakers tonight at the Rockets. Lakers plus 2.5 in Houston. Lakers in fuego right now and
Rockets,
healthy.
And the Rockets are not. Now, do pay attention to the injuries. Sangoon is game time. That might make a difference, but I think that the Rockets have some trouble
And with a 9-10 tip-off, go Spurs, go. They're in L.A. taking on the Clippers. The Clips, 8.5, 9-point favorites, or 9-point home underdogs, pardon me.
No Dylan Harper.
Depending where you look.
And Kawhi game time with an ankle.
That's a big deal. Kawhi's the big deal. If Kawhi plays, I'll take 8.5, 9 at home all day. If he doesn't play, I've got no interest.
That number tells me they don't think he's going to play.
That's what I would assume. Yeah, it's hard to imagine. In the ice world, the NHL, we got the Bruins at the New Jersey Devils. Vicky Valancourt is the Devil. The Devils minus 125 in that one. The LA Kings are at the New York Rangers. Kings are minus 120 road favorites there. Calgary in Detroit taking on the Red Wings. Detroit minus 180. The Utah Mammoth in Dallas against the Stars. Stars minus 165. And the Pittsburgh Penguins head to Colorado. The Avalanche, a healthy minus 230 favorite in that one. Some of the lines for the first four, Texas and North Carolina State.
Who do you like? Pick 'em, baby.
It's close. North Carolina State minus 1.5.
1.5? I thought I'd say this is a pick 'em. I really do. This is literally who shows up to play.
So money line is minus 115. And minus 105 for Texas. So it really is, for all intents, a pick 'em.
It should be.
I like North Carolina State.
I do too.
I think they can run, and I've seen Texas go against teams that can run, and it has not gone well. See Texas A&M most recently. But this Texas team is underwhelming. And Will Wade is a coach who's got some experience in the tournament and done well in the tournament. Not that Miller hasn't, but I like NC State in that one. The early game, UMBC against Howard, I really have no feel for, but UMBC a minus 1.5 point
biggest
favorite.
upset in tournament history on their wall.
Tomorrow, Lehigh taking on Prairie View A&M. Prairie View a plus 3.5 point dog. I do like Prairie View. I think Prairie View is going to win outright, so I'll take 3.5 for sure.
Got to do a little more look at
in
this
that one.
I know nothing about Lehigh. Nothing.
And SMU against Miami of Ohio. SMU a 7.5 point favorite.
Come on.
I think they get the job done.
I'm going to root for this underdog. Won't bet on him, but I'm going to root for him.
Against my money.
What a Red Hawks.
You're telling me. TCU against Ohio State in the first round. TCU, as it stands, a 2.5 point dog against Ohio State. Some of the other notable, I guess I'll go through the top teams and the Texas teams. How about I'll give you an upset pick maybe. How about South Florida against Louisville? South Florida plus 5.5.
Well, Louisville without Mikael Brown.
Very vulnerable.
Well, without Mikael Brown, it's a crapshoot. I don't know what to expect. And if they ain't going to have him, I don't expect much.
Let's see. Vanderbilt against McNeese. Vanderbilt an 11.5 point favorite. I kind of like money. Vanderbilt there.
Easy money.
Here's one I like the dog in. I like Hawaii against Arkansas. All the way out on the West Coast. Hawaii plus 15.5. I think they can muck it up.
This is where winning ain't covering.
No,
they're going to beat Hawaii. It's just, can they do it by 15? That Arkansas team got a lot of fight. They just only got 6 guys to fight with.
Not a huge upset here, but I think number 11 seed VCU beats North Carolina.
That shouldn't even be an upset. This is the 3rd conference championship for VCU. They know who they are. They play their game. In Virginia, that Tidewater basketball, that's the worst case scenario for North Carolina.
Yep, I like VCU there. At Texas A&M, a 2.5 point dog against St. Mary's. Let's see who else. Houston, a 24.5 point favorite against Idaho. You can get them minus 12 in the first half. I think they covered both first half and game. But Houston keeps the foot on the pedal in these games where a lot of other teams would take it off.
And I want my guards to feel so confident. I want them to have a great game, and I'm not pulling them to the end. I want them both to have 20 and 10.
Here's another upset I'll have in my bracket, and I think a lot of people won't because it's a brand name team. I'll go with Santa Clara over Kentucky. Santa Clara, a 3.5 point dog. Kentucky, meh.
We'll see if the moment's too big. Meh. Well, the thing about when you play Kentucky, you play their legend too. And you're going to be practicing knowing this is the biggest game these kids have ever played. They're playing Big Blue.
All I know is Mark Pope said, I don't like this team.
I know.
Anytime a coach comes out and says he doesn't like his team, all All right.
They're flawed, but they're talented enough to beat them. I just think that what Santa Clara is going to have to do is forget who they're playing and just play the guys and not the jersey.
Akron's against Texas Tech. Akron catching 7.5 in that game. I like Akron to keep it close there. Here's one I don't like to stay close. You like Virginia. I like Virginia in round 1 to cover. They're 18.5-point favorites against Wright State. And here's the thing about Wright State. They are a very, very, very rim-dependent team, and Virginia doesn't let you get close to the basket. And so Wright State's going to have to shoot. They don't know how to shoot. That's going to be a disaster game for Wright State. Alabama, 14.5-point favorites against Hofstra. Utah State and Villanova.
Look out for this one.
I like Utah State.
Yeah, look
here.
out for Utah State. That's a good basketball team.
I know everybody's going to go, Villanova, they win championships. No, give me Utah State there. I think Iowa beats Clemson in an 8-9 matchup as well.
Clemson could beat them. Clemson is good enough to win 2 games in this tournament from what I saw this week. Now, matchups make fights. I'll say it yet again. But if Clemson can keep this score about 125 and under, then look out.
Well, if they win this one, they'll have to play Florida next. And if they win 2 games, and
that won't work out.
Here's another one I like. Another dog I like. Northern Iowa plus 10.5 against St. John's. I think it's going to be hard for St. John's to run away from that team. Northern Iowa is just really good at making games ugly. Purdue against Queens. Purdue is going to put up 1,000,000 points on Queens College.
I think because Queens is so new to this party, they got hammered in the matchup because I thought Queens was legitimately a decent team given the right matchup, but this is not the right matchup.
Cal Baptist catching 14.5 against Kansas. I'll ride with the Lancers here. The total in this game 137.5, and you're giving me 14.5 points. Defensive grind. Give me damn near 15 points. And again, if you like these dogs, probably wait until close to tip-off because not many people want to go bet money against Kansas or against Kentucky. Right. It's just hard to do. All right, that's it for us. The Blitz comes up at 2. They'll do this a little bit worse than us. We'll see you tomorrow, everybody.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is KTFM Floresville and streaming online at sasportstar.com.
90 Proof Bar and Grill is the ultimate spot to catch a game.